You know they opened a spa in Hobart?
For real?
You want to go to this? You want to have a spa day?
They need one because they're not very pretty out there.
Dude, Hobart is... who's running the spa? Who thought we need to beautify the people of Hobart?
Somebody that drove through Hobart saw how ugly they were.
Someone who got a ticket, stopped in Hobart, and he had to come back and go to city court.
No. If you grow up
and their court is in an office in a strip mall. And then I went there, and then you're like, I didn't even know there was a city court in Hobart. I just kind of drove through here not knowing it was a town. And now there's a spa.
So if you grow up and you're over like a fucking 5 by age 17, they pack you up, they send you to Tahlequah or Wagner. You don't get to grow up in Hobart. Hobart is just the ugly people they let live there, like that are willing to put up with that.
Oh, if you're like attractive at all?
Yeah,
they pack you up in Hobart and send you to Tahlequah?
Yeah, it's kind of like Bell.
It's kind of like that's like
outside
Bell
Fort
to Stillwell.
Smith. It's like outside Fort Smith. It's like those places where you can look, and at the average people in general are the gene pools are a little more fucked up, a little less teeth, a little less light in their eyes. A little bit of fucking...
A little more meth.
Yeah, smaller dicks.
Yeah,
a lot more sweating, a lot more bicycling.
No, but can you... Who do you think's running the Hobart Spa? Like, who do you... It has to be someone who's not from Hobart.
Someone that
anyone
wanted
from Hobart
to fix the fucking problem, Mason.
Or do you think it's just like... or do you think it's resourceful Chinese people who are like, come in, I'll give you a massage. It's probably one of those, right? It's like the only Asian person in Hobart. It's like, I'm gonna just jack off every ugly dude in Hobart.
No, that's a massage parlor thing.
I think that's what's going on in Hobart.
Did we talk about Rub Maps on the podcast?
Rub Maps?
Yeah, did we talk about that on the podcast?
No, we haven't.
Okay, so Rub Maps is a website, not that I know by personal experience. Rub Maps. It's like Yelp, kind of. It's like Google Maps mixed with Yelp a little bit.
How do you spell that?
Just
to make sure. Let me just
.aol, .biz, it's .biz.
http://
But no, Rub Maps is a website where you can go and you can find your local Asian Oriental parlors. It's a known thing that those massage parlors, some of them, they jack you off at, some of them don't. Some of them there's an experience and you have to go in there and like talk your way into it. Some of it there's a certain price. You've been to one? Okay, well then let me ask in just a second. But there's a website where you go in, you type in your zip code, and then it shows you, out of the Asian massage parlors in your area, which ones will jack you off, how much it costs, what the review is, what can we do. It's not illegal because they're just saying who's doing the illegal thing by personal experience. It's a review. But they're doing it but the companies don't put it up there.
That's how like on Google Maps you can report a speed trap, but really it just means, there's a cop here. Yeah. You can report that to other people, dude. It's so fucking tight.
They got 167 reviews in Tulsa.
Rub Maps? Yeah, I checked. I checked if I was in Tulsa. I checked if I was in Minnesota.
It should be called Rub Hub or something like that. I don't know.
Rub Hub's where they bring it to you.
Oh, you're right. That's
just like
someone shows up and jacks you off.
Yeah.
The picture does not match. What the fuck?
It's like, well, I already paid. I'm already here.
Is the hand the same at least? Is the hand the same?
The hand is usually old and Asian.
I watched, I went to hang out in Arkansas, in Little Rock, and I hung out with my brother's friend group. And one of the things we did before we went out and partied at the gay club is we watched reruns of Survivor, old reruns. His roommate Dylan is really into fucking watching Survivor. And he said, because I didn't know this, but every season they base it on different lines. They'll be like, all right, this year we're going to have Tribe Acapua. These are all going to be composed of Christians. And then the team Tiki Moa is going to be Muslims. And then the atheists are Team Krakatoa. Like
the moon people get team?
The moon people? The race? Okay, yeah. The one I watched, they're like, this one has never been done before. It's a social experiment. We're going to divide everyone up by race. There are only 4 races in general. You're either Latino, black, white, or Asian. That's all that exists, apparently. They're like, we're going to be very non-representational of the large population.
It's like a rainbow, but it's black and white.
It's like red, yellow, green, and blue.
It's like how a dog sees a rainbow.
Which is not good. And but they literally had all the people on teams with each other. The Mexicans, they picked the worst Mexicans. Or not Mexicans, Hispanics. Oh, that was really bad. But because there was like a Cuban guy, but he played like metal. He's like a metalhead from Wisconsin. And he was like, I don't really feel Cuban. And he was kind of just like a fucking white dude, really. Just like...
Whoa. Are you saying heavy metal is a white thing?
Yeah, it feels very like scruffy white guy type
I feel like that's a bit much.
It is diverse. It is, and they're inclusive. They tend to be inclusive.
You go to a show west of here, it's mostly Hispanic people.
It's in metals?
Yeah,
metal, they're right. Yeah. Metal is really big.
And you go to, no, it's not, and there are parts of Africa where they like metal. And there's parts of fucking metal that's a universal
but
thing.
metal came from like a bunch of like skinny white guys playing like heavy fucking
You know where
beats
metal
on a
came
guitar.
from? You know where it came from? You want to hear some origins of metal? Because I don't
It
think
came from black people originally. Are you saying they're retaking?
No,
fucking...
I'm not gonna tell you that. It did come from a skinny white guy, but he's a really cool origin story.
I was trying to talk about the identity crisis of this white Cuban guy on Survivor from an old rerun I was watching, and he's on Team Hispanic, and there's like a couple like people who like speak Spanish, and the Cuban dude like doesn't even know Spanish, and then this other guy just keeps doing push-ups the whole time. The black team, they're super proud. They're like, hell yeah, fucking black team, go black team, and the Asians are like, all right, we need to like think this out, guys. We can't look bad to everybody. They were seriously doing it, but there was one Asian who like did a bunch of fucking shrooms or something, and he was naked with a bunch of tattoos the whole time, and he kept doing like weird like breathing massage. He would like put his hands in your chest and go like like do like, and he was like, do you feel your chi has like expanded? And they're like and some and then it's like John Chu, executive consultant from Seattle. He's like, yeah, I think I felt something.
Wait, you say John Chu?
John Chu.
Bless you. Okay, so metal came from.
But we gotta talk about white team.
Can I just throw some one fact in?
Yeah, sorry.
Fact in?
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Metal came from. Okay, the phrase.
Did I offend your inner metalhead or something?
Well, it's just like I was just trying to say something, and it's just like.
I'm not because every music has a listener of every.
It's a good piece of music history.
I mean, I do want to hear it. I
can make it real quick. I can make it into a clip. I can make it into a YouTube clip. I'll make this into a YouTube clip. Heavy metal came from, the origins of it is Steppenwolf had a song called Born to Be Wild, and they used the phrase heavy metal thunder to describe the noise of their motorcycles, but they weren't a metal band. The first metal band that you could argue was Black Sabbath, and what happened was, when Tony Iommi was...
Oh, Black Sabbath, black?
Right, the origins of metal is black, is what I'm trying to... and Jewish. It's black and Jewish. It's like Lenny Kravitz.
Now I'm just getting conspiratorial.
But no, what happened is when he was a kid, he was in a factory accident, and it cut off like a couple. I think cut off like 2 of his digits and like part of like one of his other ones. And so ever since then, he's like, no, I'm gonna keep playing guitar. I'm gonna use like banjo strings, like electric banjo strings on a fucking guitar. And, like,
no, he used pluckers, right? Banjo pluckers.
Yeah,
I know the story you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's where the sound of it came from. Was from
because he was playing guitar weird because he had nubby fingers.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is fucking heavy, bro. This is a fucking metal. Fucking metal, bro.
Originally, they wanted it to come from like just like a place of like going to see like a scary movie in a movie theater. They want to put that into fucking music. And that's where their sound. Like,
imagine you're scared.
Imagine
it's a British guys with circle sunglasses. Imagine you're scared. And imagine it's like thunder. It's heavier.
And then their songs are about like smoking weed and like the war. And like fucking they were kind of hippies. Getting beat up by skinheads. That's one of their songs.
Upset from my girlfriend. But on Survivor, white team.
Hey, Survivor?
White team.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
The white team was the funniest team. Because half of them were like, okay, I'm not like it. I would have joined a team with a person of any color if you had asked me. But I just happened to be in the season. I'm not like trying to be on team white or anything. And there's 2 of them that are very defensive. The other 2 bro dudes are like, yeah, team white. You, team white. Hell yeah. We're going to show them. I mean, I'm not racist. But like, we're gonna win.
I'm a team player.
And I know who my team. And I know who my team is. And then the Cuban guy's kind of standing by the white team, like, haha, yeah. I feel like he's like having an identity crisis and shit. He doesn't know Spanish or something. He doesn't know anything Cuban, but he signed up to be on the race. Related Survivor. You're gonna represent Cuba, and he's like, I don't even know Spanish. Can I just sing Metallica? Fucking.
Was he like what kind of metalhead was he? Did you know?
Like chubby.
What? like
greasy.
Like was he like the
restaurant?
skinny, kicky like guy with the beanie, or was he like the guy with like the?
No. He's literally your uncle. He has a goatee, short hair, and cut off like Black Sabbath t-shirt with the cut off sleeves.
Right on.
Wears gym shorts or cut off black jean like shorts all the time.
He's my metalhead uncle.
Yeah. He's your metalhead. He's literally your metalhead uncle from Wisconsin, who's Cuban, and you didn't know he was Cuban until you were grown. You're like, I thought you. I don't know. I thought you were.
You're native,
like,
bro.
I thought you were Cherokee. He literally could pass for like a Cherokee uncle, really in the middle.
That makes sense.
I'm not even kidding you. If he had said I'm from fucking like
now you're realizing how diverse
Delaware
metal
County,
is.
It is. Yeah, I know metalheads from everywhere.
Yeah, they exist.
But when I think of a Cuban guy,
You don't think a medal.
It's not this dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And you know what? That might play into my own stereotypes of Cuban people.
You know what I think of? I think of an Italian guy playing a Cuban guy. I think of Scarface.
You think of
I think of a guy that's not even Cuban at all. That fucking goes with that same.
I just think of like green slacks and a beard and a cigar. Fidel Castro.
Fidel,
That's really all I'm thinking of. You know he's really an ice cream?
He's really dead, is what he is.
You know,
He's really dead of cancer, fucking rotten in hell.
him and Tupac still out there smoking.
Smoking big cigars.
His brother's still kicking it. Raul still lives.
But like I thought, like on Survivor, like what if like you're just like a dude from like India, or you're like Polynesian or Native American or something that doesn't really fit into those 4 racial categories, and you applied that year, and they're like, oh, actually this year we're actually kind of doing a race thing, and you're kind of like in a weird gray area because like I mean you're from Syria. Like, what's going on there? Like, if we put you with the Asian team, it's going to seem weird. But we put you with the white team and you start dancing and stuff, like, what's going on? Maybe next year, dude. Maybe next year. And I'm imagining the guy accepting the applications for Survivor is just like a California burnout dude who's like, not to be racist, but we're looking for, like, real, like, Asian. You know what I mean?
We want the real
like,
brothers. We want the real...
And be like, if you're black, like...
You be super black.
You can't be like Steph Curry or Logic or anything like that. We want like, and if you're white, that's cool. Hell yeah, that's cool. We'll have you on. But if you're a native guy, they'll just like throw. I swear to God, they'll just throw you with the Mexicans. If a native just reply, they'd be like, "I just figured it out, dude." The Cuban doesn't know anything. If you learn Ola, you're about fucking par with that guy. Fucking shit, dude. I just watched that fucking just sipping wine and watching old Survivor. Just saying, what the fuck? To all this. And then I went and took a shit in the bathroom and I started watching YouTube shorts. And then I've kind of gotten to like these military World War II shorts because I watched a bunch of this one guy's videos and now it just keeps sending me more videos of this guy taking apart like Mose and the Gaunt's and putting them back together real fast stuff. But now... Okay, so I think I've talked about this before, but war reenactors who are reenacting wars that didn't happen that long ago. Like, there's people doing Vietnam War reenactments. Yeah, I know, yeah. And people doing
airsoft.
And airsoft, yes.
Fall Fallujah and airsoft right now.
So Fallujah, yeah. Even more recent shit. So I'll work my way up to that. But I saw in this YouTube short is guys reenacting the Japanese Imperial Army. And it wasn't like white guys who were like, I want a fair portrayal of both sides. Because it tends to be white guys playing both the enemy of America and America in these reenactments. Right. Like, they're not actually getting Middle Eastern guys to play, like...
They go to flight training school, and they're like, hey, do you want to be part of our... reenacting? They go to Spartan College, and we should do that. We should go to Spartan College and try to recruit their...
You want to pretend to be Taliban while we shoot you with airsoft guns? And we win every time. But sometimes we take turns, so sometimes you get to win.
So sometimes you get to win.
No, the guy I saw talking about reenacting Imperial Japanese history was a Japanese guy. And he's with a gang of other Japanese kids.
A gang?
In America.
You don't mean
I think that's fair, right? We can call all of them a gang.
You don't mean a Yakuza?
A Yakuza?
A Yakuza? Well, what's a harem?
I didn't see under his shirt. I didn't see if he had, like, fish tattoos on his, like, chest or anything.
Tattoos are really frowned upon over there.
I know, that's why you gotta, like put it under your shirt, right? You have to, like, keep it, like... Not me. I'm an idiot. I put my first tattoo in my hand when I was 17. Yeah. Instantly, I'd be banned from any bathhouse in Japan.
Because you've been looking at it going, well, you want to rub maps. You want to rub a map.
I was like, is this a very rubble mapu? Very good.
I want to ask him. Can we ask him about his experience with that?
Yeah. Okay. I just want to get to the. Okay, imagine. Okay, so all these Japanese guys will go and find nerdy Americans, and they'll reenact a literal World War II battle, and there's actual Japanese kids who, from the age of Japanese soldiers in the war, imagine you're a retired World War II vet out in the country in Alabama, and there's like a field by you that's kind of next to town.
In the field.
And then there's a bunch of Tojos going like, Banzai! And they're like coming out with fucking moss on their head and a fucking Nagisaka bayonet, and they're just running out, and you're like fucking freaking out, but then you see your boys come in, you have flashbacks, you think fucking Tommy that was in like the war with you is like come back to life. Just a bunch of like, dude, what kind of trip would that be?
You're talking about World War II reenactment PTSD?
Yes, it causes PTSD.
Like, why would you even live around? So if you're a World War II veteran, why would you even live?
You're just by a field, and then they're looking for a field to do it in. They're like American boy.
They don't check first.
Yeah, they don't check
the people. They don't.
Yeah, they're not gonna ask the neighbors. Hey, there's gonna be about 70 Japanese fucking fucking fighters in the bushes. Don't check that river cane thicket down by the creek. There's about 80 Japanese hiding in there for this reenactment. Imagine you're fishing, you're walking along the creek, and it's before the reenactment. Or they're like, all right, we're going to fight over the hill and meet the American enemy face to face. But y'all are like by a creek because you're reenacting like a scene by a creek in Japan or something, or somewhere in tropical Asia. But you're just now POV, you're just a fishing boy walking along the creek.
Yeah.
And you're casting your line or whatever, but you look along the riverbank, you see 70 fucking Tojos out along the riverbank side. You have nothing with you but a fucking tackle box. You got a Swiss Army knife, a tackle box, and a fucking fly rod. And you're about to take on fucking... I don't know any about the Pearl
the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Iwo Jima, a Hardly Noah.
But then in the distance you just hear
Shut up.
Oh, just you're good. And then you know you're good. You're no good. You unlock the kill streak.
You unlock the kill streak?
You unlock the kill streak.
IMDb. Yeah, it just pops up in front of your head.
Fucking nuke the map, dude.
I got this shit.
So, I feel like that would be traumatizing.
It would be funny if we went over there and then we had reenactments where we drop little leaflets on them where you're like, hey, this isn't...
America rules, you're stupid.
We're about to have the reenactment of us taking your shit. So if you guys want to get out of town before we reenact the nuke, if you have any trauma on that...
I don't feel like the losers of wars are into reenacting.
No, I don't know. There's a Civil War.
I wouldn't like to.
I'll be honest, the Civil War.
But
right?
I feel like they cope by taking turns, right? And also, the South doesn't really feel like they lost. They'll be like,
correct.
All right, fair, man. Fair. Well, I have no shoes now, and I have syphilis. Fair. We'll call it now. We'll let them go, and I'll go figure out what's going on in my stomach and get some shoes.
Do you know? Ever tried the worm thing? With
the
Civil
worm
War
thing?
So, okay, we've...
Like in Dune, like giant sandworms coming out, just devouring like millions of civil wars.
Okay, so...
The highest casualty rate is not from diarrhea or from bombs, it was from fucking sandworms.
So, there's this stereotype that dates back to before the Civil War, right? That Southerners talk slow naturally and they move slow, and that some of them are even dumber, right? And that's this common stereotype. And then you go to a college in the South and you compare it to an Ivy League school. A lot of times it's actually a higher IQ, like, on average. Doesn't mean that everybody that goes to college is from the South, obviously, but it does attract higher people. So it's like there's not basis to that, but historically there may have been. So I saw this interview a while back with this guy who was writing a book, and he was like, okay, the population of the South prior to and then after the Civil War, most of them, actually it's like 78%, didn't have shoes. And back in the day, there was a worm. There was a specific kind of worm that was in the marshy areas and shit, especially in the deep South. And it was a worm that would get in your fucking feet. And then one of the symptoms of where you get this toxic worm in your fucking feet is that you get slow, impaired nervous system stuff that you would slower all the time. And you drop shit and you'd be whatever. And they go back, they let skeletons from that time period, they dig up fucking southern graves. They find out a whole bunch of fucking people in certain areas that had holes in their fucking feet.
3/4 of people
had this worm, and it made them fucking slow and had this otherwise impaired fucking thing. And the worm died out. It got eaten out by a different species that got introduced to the United States.
Uncle Ray's got the foot bug.
He's got the foot bug.
Uncle Ray's got the foot bug.
Much like how, fun fact, cockroaches eat bed bugs. Just want to throw that out for our viewers. Cockroaches.
You gotta pick a side.
You gotta pick a side, dude. I'm picking roaches, dude. I'm picking straight
roaches. America, and then bed bugs are the Japanese.
Because they're sneaky?
Because you can't get them out, dude. They're still in the fucking jungle, man.
What's the bomb, then?
What's the bomb? I don't know. Fucking diatomaceous earth. That white powder shit. That white powder that you lie to yourself and say, this will kill the bed bugs.
This will kill the bed bugs, yeah.
Okay, so the Japanese... Okay, I want to show you a video of it, but I actually had this written down. This is something... I want to show you a video of it. Harm knows what I'm talking about. I was talking about it with my buddy Henry the other day. We think about this as much as some people think about ancient Rome. I do. It's weird. Okay, Mason, punk music started arguably with the Ramones and shit, right? A lot of people go back and forth. Oh, it was the Stooges. Oh, it was Death. Oh, it was this band, right? There's this weird recording that not a lot of people know about that I saw the other day. I want to show it to you for this. Where there was this band that came out. The only band that came out around the same time that was similar was the Ramones, right? But they played hardcore punk, they played Black Flag, but they had no access to Western music. Or not no access, but they just had access to the Ramones, because the only band that was formed. And Elvis and shit like that from the 50s. They were farmers from a rural part of Japan. They did 2 albums. It sounds like modern hardcore music. Like, it sounds like fucking fast-paced punk, but it was completely
like another big bomb, another big bomb, another big bomb, another big bomb.
No, they sound like bad. They sound like Bad Brain. Another big bomb.
It's pretty fucking good, man.
No, but it's really, and they're called. And this is the crazy part. Okay,
another dead mom, another big bomb, another dead mom.
What was it? They take over. Yeah. No,
you're fishing along the creek and there's Tojos listening to punk rock in the forest.
But there's this video, and they're in black and white, and it's these old Japanese farmer dudes playing fucking Bad Brains hardcore before, like 10 years before that was even like a thing. And then they disbanded. No one knows their exact birth dates or when they died. They never took credit for what they were. The name of the band was called the SS. And they just left it at that. They just left it at that. And then we don't know if they're white supremacists or whatever the fuck was going on.
They're like, it means super.
Super. I think so. I think so. And they were like obsessed. I want to show it to you, like, if it wasn't for like we're recording it on my phone right now, but
it's just this old recording. And I want to do what is it, man? Like the early 70s, like
74, 75,
maybe like mid 70s, right?
But it's in rural Japan.
It's in rural Japan, yeah. And they're just playing to
original
a bunch of,
punkus.
Yeah, dude. And they're just playing to a bunch of rice farmers. It's fucking crazy, and they're so hardcore.
They're going so, and I'm sure the people they think I'm lying. They think the video's fake. It's that fucking crazy, and there's not even that many views of it on YouTube, and it is real. But there's not a documentary about it. There's not. I want to do something about this fucking unknown band. When I show you their album, you'll actually like it, and you'll be kind of fascinated.
It was a fascinating fucking album for its time, dude, because it was the first.
No one knows who they are either. Dude. Imagine that you invented genre of music on. Imagine you're in your apartment in 2004. You invent mumble rap, and then you don't tell anyone. Then mumble rap comes out, and then 40 years later, some kids in the Midwest like see your shit somewhere on YouTube, and then you still don't like come out of the show.
What if they started playing their first concert and instead of like fucking moshing, they couldn't handle themselves, and all the people in the crowd just started fucking committing ritual suicide?
Seppuku.
Oh, dude. I think that'd be pretty fucking heavy. That would be pretty fucking heavy.
They start falling out of the fucking buildings.
I've heard the theory before that the Ramones weren't even trying to be a punk band at first. They were trying to be a surf band or like a rockabilly band, but they got too nervous.
But we don't know how to surf.
Yeah. They don't, and then they got too nervous and they played too fast, and then they just went with it. And they're like, no, we're fucking punk. We're with the secular.
We're really in this shit, man.
Yeah, we're in this shit now. We're really in this shit now.
We're really in this shit now.
Dude, so I tried to apply for the job at the gas station next to my house, and I went in there, and they're like, hey, can you work at the one in Briggs? You want to go with Briggs, motherfucker? And I'm like, I guess. And like, can you work at Briggs? And then I get there, and then I don't even want to say where I work or who it is, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't have a car. I'm like, God, DUI. I'm trying to figure shit out. This is a low-end gas station job. I bet they won't even fucking like me. I get there, the lady's there, also isn't car, is homeless, is a lesbian. She's missing teeth. She's on the phone screaming at people saying she's gonna fuck them up and fight them and all this shit at work. She has to walk to work a lot, but to walk 3.5 miles, like fucking longer. Like it's like this other fucking thing.
She has her own life story.
Yeah, there's this own fucking thing going on. She is mean.
She put her on the podcast.
I don't think she knows what podcasts are.
Wait, does she have blue hair?
No.
Okay, thank God.
No, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, I know this other like lesbian blue hair girl who's like crack. I just ran into her like in the middle of the woods one time, and then and she like had a bleeding head, and she said, "Can you give me a ride?" And I gave her a ride to Scholars Inn, and then I saw her just working at Dollar General months later. She's like in the middle of like 4 people in line. I'm trying to like go camping, so I have a bunch of jalapeno cheddar hot dogs I'm trying to check out, and I'm in kind of a rush. She's like, "Oh my God, do you remember when I was like bleeding on my head? Can you pick me up?" And there's like 4 people in line. Seeing this like crackhead lady talk to me about this, and I'm like, I don't fucking know you. I need these fucking jalapeno cheddar.
You're trying to like, you're trying to be an anonymous Good Samaritan. Like you're just trying to.
I was like, yeah, I was just doing what I could.
It's whatever. I just saved this lady's life. Don't fucking blow me. Don't fucking give me anything free out of the store. Don't let me walk.
You're right. I should have just walked out with my cheddars,
damn right. Dude, so that Dollar General on Downing, I've heard the cops don't even respond to that really.
Yeah, one time I threatened a guy with a stick.
What?
Some teenager with I pulled a piece of bamboo out of my old truck because he gypped me on fucking 3.5 grams of weed. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with the bamboo?
I was gonna whack him.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna hit him. And then he got scared and ran away. He got scared and ran away.
Off he goes.
Well, we got off the air. Tell me who it was. We're off the air.
I don't know who it was.
You really don't know?
He was selling for his older brother, and I didn't even know the older brother, but that was the guy I was texting. And I showed up at Dollar General the first time, and then he came and brought me weed, and it was like half of what I fucking ordered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got shorted.
And I got shorted heavily, and I went back and I weighed it, and I was verified. And I was like, "Hey man, Actually, that was really good. Can I get some more of that? Could you meet me at Dollar General?
That's what you do.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah. And then he walks up, and then I get out of my truck, and I pull like a 4-foot piece of bamboo out, and I like hold it like a bat. I'm like, you fucking got 3.5. That's like $60 in this back in Prohibition era. Yeah.
This must be serious.
And so he was like, I'm sorry, man, it's my brother. I don't fucking know. And I was like, well, you better fucking know. And then he fucking ran across Downing, and then I saw a cop drive by, and then cop saw that kid run over because we were just kids, man. We were just kids.
We were just kids, man.
We were just kids. Just trying to figure it out. We didn't know any better.
War never changes.
You were never there, man.
Weed never changes. Anyways, I fucking threatened him with the fucking the grassiest perennial plant, and after he scattered, I thought I might as well fucking bail also, and then I fucking left, and I think I went to like just straight to Brahms, like across the street, because I was also hungry. So I'm gonna smoke this weed that I paid too much for, and I guess fucking eat Brahms, and just deal with that, and then take the win as I fucking terrified this kid and let him know. Pull rule number B on his ass. And then at Brahms, I can see over at Dollar General, fucking 3 fucking cop cars, just fucking show up at Dollar General. People definitely heard me.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely saw a guy.
There's a man out here doing a sticking. He's about to do a sticking.
Everybody about to get a whomping.
A whopping. He's about to get a hooting and hollering and wailing.
A real whomping.
Willie and the boys. He's about to get a whomping and wailing and Willie and the boys.
He fucking sold me half of what I needed of some perp, dude. He robbed me 3.5 on some perp.
I just saw
Fucking
Jack
idiot.
Sparrow with a cane running after some
Captain Crack Sparrow is me, fucking running around with bamboo, trying to get my weed, trying to get my motherfucking weed back. I was fucking pissed. So we were talking about penis sizes earlier, and we were talking about how the Dutch.
Whoa!
Because that's what we talk about,
guys. We wouldn't sit around before the podcast.
Remember we were comparing like international statistics.
Oh,
and
I thought we were showing each other our dicks.
Yeah, to compare it against the international statistics.
You did good, man.
You put yourself along the spectrum.
You did good, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna brag. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I think there's
a touch because he has AIDS.
I think there's a conspiracy because they say that. Where's my goddamn ciggies? All right, they say that. The Dutch, right? Didn't we? Oh no! Apparently, we thought it was the Dutch with big dicks, but the Dutch live in a largely. They have it's mostly Dutch people in Netherlands, and then a few whatever people from countries they colonized afterwards, right?
But they have a bunch of refugees now.
Yeah. Now.
There's parts of the Netherlands.
That's probably why the statistics changed.
That's where the
That's probably why because back when Netherlands were pure, and the only
Jesus Christ!
Holy shit!
Back when the lowlands were pure, and the only foreigners were in boxes on the red light districts.
Oh my god!
Took a midnight train going in.
We're going to Amsterdam.
Took a midnight box stand right goddamn here.
Fucked a hooker from foreign lands. Anyways. Back in the day, back in the pure Netherlands, statistically, they had their highest dick size because they weren't in a diverse country. In America, we got the fucking Guatemalans and Chinese bringing our dick size average down. But in Netherlands, they just have straight Dutch warriors up until, now there's Ecuadorians over there. I think they have the big dicks now.
Ecuadorians. So what we read is it said that recently it's Ecuadorians, but also Randy just has that on his phone.
That was come out of nowhere. That was a fucking left hook, dude. Yeah.
Ecuadorians are little guys, too. They're short.
I think they make up for it then.
I guess so.
They have a third leg.
They're compensating.
Yeah.
Is that why Cheeto lost, though?
Who?
Oh, you don't watch UFC. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
Do you watch UFC?
Guys.
Oh, okay. Well, their guy.
I just watch gay porn instead.
Their guy lost to our guy, basically.
Their guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ecuador's guy got what was it? Sean O'Malley fought Cheeto a couple years ago. Sean O'Malley's that dude that's like Chris's build, that dude and right now he's the best lightweight fighter in the world right now. He is he's undefeated, except for one time he fought this little Ecuadorian dude, and the guy softened his legs up. Over and over kicks, and then Sean took a step back. It wasn't he got hit; he took a step back wrong, and then his fucking leg just snapped right there.
Is it the one where he just kept getting kicked in the leg?
Yeah,
over and over
and then
again?
It wasn't the kick, but he steps back, and so then they had a rematch, right? And then Sean pieced him the fuck out, gave him a fucking huge hematoma. Yeah, it wasn't even. And the guy just kept saying it's all the grease he puts in his fucking purple afro, or it's fucking what is it?
Makes him slick.
He said I found my house got robbed that morning. And I was depressed about it. And I was like, what? Like, that doesn't... Like, he makes up a bunch of excuses. And he's a cool guy, but, like, he's just been...
Sean
weird.
O'Malley?
No, Cheeto.
Oh,
the guy that lost. Because everyone's expecting him to fucking win, take the belt. But no.
He's Ecuador's guy?
He was Ecuador's guy. He's their biggest fight. Like,
He was like their Manny Pacquiao?
Yeah. But he's not homophobic.
Yeah, dude,
he's old school.
Manny Pacquiao, he would like win and then go back home to his country and thank the Catholic God and curse the gays. That's like what's his name? He would sit in front of his like $1 billion estate with his like hot wife, and he'd be like, "I want to thank God for the win, and then I want to tell them that to kill, strike down the gays, strike lightning, strike down, strike burn, boom, kill the gays."
That was like his move, and that's how he got his power.
But I want to stay humble, thank God.
The truth is, too, most of the people in the UFC are right wing. I don't. That's a fact. I found out, not a fact, but like someone did like a Reddit thread on it, and they're like, it's like 60%, 70% of the UFC is right wing guys. Like even the losers and the winners, but like most of them are. It doesn't matter what race either. Doesn't matter where they're from. I don't know what that means. Maybe it just means that people that are conservative have a more.
They like to beat each other up.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Like they're getting good. And now
probably because like people who are just generally more liberal are like, oh my god, violence.
Chris Rock. This is a stolen joke.
Kurt Server's like, yeah, beat him, make him purple.
No, and then now the best ones are all from like the Balkans and Eastern Europe. And
yeah, the guys with like lumpy square
because
heads.
Because they look at wrestling the way we look at like football. Like,
they probably had to like box bears.
And because wrestling, you don't need a bunch of equipment and a team and a bunch of shit. You just need a singlet and a mat and fucking strength. Like you're fucking like just.
Like was it Gennady Golovkin? That's like a big guy. I don't know if he's UFC. He's a boxer.
I think he's a boxer.
Triple G. Yeah.
The Klitschko brothers and all the guys. There was
fucking Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul.
Oh god, I can't wait for that.
I shared this thing where it was like Logan Paul's gonna bring a gun to fight Mike Tyson. Like that's what he's gonna.
Well, can I talk about my penis height and human height conspiracy theory?
Absolutely.
So, in the Netherlands, but you know what? This has changed probably in the last few years. But I thought this back when I saw that the tallest people in the world were in the Netherlands. But then you read about in like Kenya, there's this people, a tribe called the Maasai. They're actually all like 6'5". They're like the tallest motherfuckers ever. But they live in a diverse country with pygmies. So their national statistic average is fluctuating. Yeah, but if they were allowed to be represented as their own nationality, ethnic, whatever group, language,
the world, yeah,
they'd be by far the tallest. I think the Maasai are being robbed of their big dick fucking energy.
So they don't have a country.
Yeah, but they're fighting lions with sticks and jumping around. They have the largest penis.
The Dutch took India and they made it
we
into
like to
a
smoke
company.
weed and chase the lions.
The Dutch took other countries and they made them into companies. Like they're like, you can invest this much into India, you can invest this much in Indonesia. We own this shit. This is a business. They took other people like that. Like, no, you're a business now. We fucking like you are.
You need mercenaries for something?
Yeah, no.
We subjugated an entire town. We got them.
We are a store. You are the product. Just so we're like, just everything you own, all of your children, all your children's children. You are our product. That's what the Dutch fuck. And there's not that many of them. They're a tiny little group of just blonde.
The Dutch, I know how the Dutch colonize anything is really crazy.
And then when the Japanese had their period of time where they isolated, they're like,
you think they just big dicked energy to like the whole world?
In Japan, that was the exception. Was the Dutch were allowed in, right? During the isolation.
No, it was the Portuguese. That was the Portuguese.
I thought it was the Dutch. Was the Portuguese?
I think it was the Portuguese. Yeah. They were allowed like to be in one harbor in southern Japan.
I thought it was the Dutch because what's his name? Not Commodore Perry. Was it Commodore Perry's the U.S.
Commodore Perry's the guy who rolled up there with the warships.
Yeah, he's an American guy.
He didn't ask.
He was like, I'll win this shit up.
Yeah.
He's like, we're here now. We're really in this shit.
We're really here.
Maybe we're really in this shit, dude.
We're really in this shit.
This is my favorite expressions.
So he's one of my...
I said that on stage the other night. I didn't get the last. I was like, we're really in this shit. Like,
no, actually, I want to talk about this real quick. I was gorging myself at Mazzio's buffet, like just eating an obscene amount of pizza, just fucking like.
Drinking the ranch.
There's literally
Drinking the ranch.
taking years off my life just at the Mazzio's buffet, just right then and there. They know me. They know me there. I'm there continuously on Tuesdays in the evening buffet.
Like, what's up, Mason? You're about to fuck your life up.
Yeah. I see Dwayne's ex there, the one who took her last name.
So, okay. God damn, we just
That's so funny. I don't care. It's so fucking funny. He took her last name. What the fuck?
Well, he didn't for real. He did it for Facebook. She also has her name tattooed on 5 different people.
Anyways, so I'm eating like large amounts of pizza.
5 different people.
She's giving her last name to 5 different people.
Oh, they're tattooed on them. 5 people have her name tattooed on them.
Dude, she actually holds old Indian way. She holds their medicine. She holds them. Yeah. She basically. Dude, she's voodoo, dude. You better
divorced twice.
That. Yeah. That's voodoo.
Love you though. I know she listens to this.
Don't know about that. Yeah. No, yeah.
For educational purposes.
Anyway,
I'd like
so
to know this
I'm
person's
getting
name.
greased up at Mazzio's, and I'm trying to grease down. I'm trying to cut down on my weight when I go and gorge at the buffet. And so, what I learned... Okay, so...
Pure research.
Pure research. So, I don't know what we're talking about.
Nothing, I'm talking
about pizza or pussy?
No,
What's
I
going
was
on
talking
here?
about pussy.
Okay, so
Okay.
whenever I was watching this video one time, it was like My Strange Addiction. I don't know. And that's a sweet tart.
Sweet tart.
Yeah, that's a
Crush it. Alright, I'm just gonna crush this up real quick. This sweet tart.
Just take it, Storton Smarties, dude. That takes you back, dude. But I've been putting. So this pizza is so greasy. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of like napkins. I'll dab off the grease. Is that kind of gay? Like I don't want to. Like it's like I'm like it's like I'm fucking.
Why you asking me?
It's probably healthier.
I don't know. It's healthier, right? But I learned that from watching this old like My Strange Addiction about this guy who's addicted to like Pac-Man or something, and he only ate mac. He kind of had like a Taylor Warren diet.
You name dropping my cousin Taylor.
Yeah. He only ate mac and cheese pizzas, but he said he lost 60
That's
pounds.
one more thing than Taylor.
He lost 60 pounds by degreasing the pizza. And so that's like been the one diet fact I've ever kept my entire life. I watched a My Strange Addiction episode.
Wait, so how do you degrease the pizza?
You just put napkins on it and let the napkins soak the grease up, and then you lose weight. I think is the idea. It's called the Pac-Man diet. It's like a fad diet. It's like baka, and you're dropping the pounds. Like, it's crazy.
And then you get a little cardio from run away from the ghost.
And so I just think
and then you
about
eat a bunch of fruit as you run through
I
it.
just think about all my diet advice. Literally, like 80%.
What about the Jenny Crank diet?
No, I'm more of a Pac-Man diet guy.
You can lose 30 pounds in 30 days like that.
Oh, well,
Yeah, but you're not eating pizza on Tuesday.
I don't give a fuck. I'll name drop her. My mom gained weight on meth. How does that
She
work?
gained weight on meth?
She gained weight on meth. That's true.
I know people who gained weight on
I don't
meth.
know what the fuck that is.
They're like, it's just like weed for me.
And you try to hand them weed, and they're like, nah, it makes me all paranoid.
It makes me all weird and
I'm
paranoid.
like, bro, you do meth.
Do we know who
Like,
we're talking about?
Bro.
That's a bunch of people. What do you mean?
Okay, there's one friend of ours that is really like that. He's really in this shit.
Oh
man.
yeah, he's really in this shit.
He's really in this
That's
shit.
the name of the episode.
We're
He's
really in this shit.
Yeah, that's good.
So I went and visited my. I went back east to my dad's, my Scottish Irish homelands,
Yeah.
in a place that they colonized about 150 years back, and the swamps of the deltas of East Arkansas, and I tried to like whenever Aiden was on last week, I used to be like, yeah, my family comes from like a swamp culture too, and she's like, no. Ours is like real swampy. And I was like, okay, never mind then.
Check your privilege. Check your swamp privilege.
Check my swamp privileges.
I am Shrek.
Aiden really did. She checked my swamp card. She took it back. She took my swamp. I didn't grow up there, but I like to be like, yeah, my daddy from a swamp. But
you can say it was rice paddies though, because the majority, like I would say, like I think like 80%.
it is. I called my grandma on the way there, and she said, "Where y'all past Brinkley? We're y'all about to get in the rice country. That's Arkansas is the #1 supplier of rice in the
For
United
Budweiser.
States. Yeah,
For Budweiser,
so is it for Budweiser?
Yeah.
We're boozing up.
We're boozing
every
up,
time.
Yeah. There's a supplier.
It's
I
wild.
didn't know that.
'cause they-
Yeah.
I like you don't really
It's brewed in
expect it.
Missouri.
But
Go ahead. No.
I wanted to talk about the Delta in general because it's such a weird cultural area that like really doesn't get like a lot of like it gets like some representation of like blues music, but like until you really go there yourself, it is like third world country type shit. Like there's like you'll go through a town and there's like still like the nicest house in town is the plantation house, and the people who live there are the descendants of the old plantation owner type of shit.
Yeah.
And the rest looks like bombed out Ukraine or some type of shit. It is like really everything has bars on. The post office is like a shipping container because the first one got burnt down, and so the town had to like figure it out real quick. And then, so they have like a shipping container fucking post office.
Like, why is this door so hard to open?
Oh, you
Why
gotta
does it take
pull the
a crane
bar
and
up.
5 people
Yeah,
to open up the fucking door. Like, why is
Someone has to run the hamster wheel and like
It's a
break the
winch.
drawbridge up. Yeah, it's a winch. Yeah, it's medieval
what'd you
as
call
fuck
her?
over there. I hardly know her.
Shut up. Shut
And but as I'm trekking there, like after you pass Little Rock and you get all the hills and stuff, it's flat. It's just flat nothing. My grandma says your dog can run away, and then a day later you'll still see it running away. It's just so flat. You still see it just way the fuck out there in the middle of the field. And it's literally nothing. But it used to all be forest. It's crazy because it's nothing now. It's like a fucking desert of like rice and cotton and fucking just
And Coca-Cola.
and Coca-Cola.
It's not Coca-Cola.
It's not
rice.
Coca-Cola.
They even have
It's rice.
billboards. They even have billboards on the highway. Like if you
Go
go
straight to hell, boy. Number
Go
one rice
straight to-
exporter.
Yeah, they're real proud of
blah, blah, blah.
rice
Yeah.
and conservative
Somewhere.
values. They're real proud of rice and conservative values in Arkansas. Those are all the billboards I saw.
That's amazing.
Was like it was just like it was a
Kill
local
the
politician.
fags, grow the rice.
There's a politician shaking Donald Trump's hand, and then advertisements about how
Shit.
we're fucking killing it at rice.
We're ricing.
We're fucking ricing it
rice.
up.
Up right now,
And
y'all. Fucking
and so
doing
I'm going
that
through all
shit.
these
Rice
destitute.
war.
Right.
the
Rice wars. Rice wars. Rice wars.
war.
Arkansas versus their bells.
Those are the real ricers, dude. The real ricers.
Dude,
are fucking Arkansans.
they're really up in that shit.
They're really in this shit,
really
man.
in this
Shit.
shit, bro.
And I went out there and I saw a bunch of people with hats out in the field, like picking the rice by hand. And I was like, damn, they really got like Asian people out there. And I was like, damn, how long? And they're like, see, senor.
That's
Yeah,
like
no, but I'm
awesome.
going through the Delta. And so the Delta, before the white man came and cut down all the cypress swamps and they unclogged the drainage like ditches and things, Native Americans used to build giant prominent cities in like farmlands and mounds and like giant Aztec temple type cities along the Mississippi. It was like the Nile River of America. But when
Huge
Hernando de
trade.
Soto came,
Huge trade.
he
down
brought that
there.
smallpox and it like caused basically the apocalypse already happened in the Delta and now it's happening again. They're having their
Right.
second fucking apocalypse.
It's an economic
It's because
war.
Walmart is in Memphis now, so
It's-
everyone moved away. Yeah,
Well,
it's literally
yeah.
Walmart has killed 80% of the towns in East Arkansas,
That and like what's
and they all moved to Fayetteville and become gay and
What
go to
ki-
Walmart.
No, dude, they go to Dollar
No,
General,
what
man.
killed them
like,
is
that's-
opiates and like suicide and stuff, right?
Oh, and a severe alcoholism and desperation and lack of opportunities. So I go to my.
We don't know nothing about that out here in Oklahoma. We don't know nothing about that in Dogtown. We don't know nothing about that.
Dude, it is like honestly, like yeah, Dogtown. But bro, that shit's that shit's dark, dude. I want to hold hands with my friends walking around those places. Oh my
Like,
God.
oh, shit.
And so I went to the town my dad grew up in. My grandparents' house, which I used to visit before they moved away when I was a kid. It's just burnt down. That's just a lot. And it's just the garbage heap that the neighbor has. He burns his trash in the lot where my grandparents' house used to be. And now there's just like people like biking around like real Mad Max style. There are 2 businesses in the entire town. There used to be like a whole downtown strip, fucking popping little stores, diners and things. 2 businesses. There's a gas station with, it looks like a prison. There's so many metal bars in that thing. And you go in there and the Indian dude, there was literally a rifle behind him on the fucking stand. And there's a bunch of like, you fuck around, we'll shoot your ass type of like redneck posters and stuff.
Yeah.
But you go in as an Indian guy and he checks me up and down. He's like, hello. Like just very dark and solid, like stares into my eyes. And then he just watches me as I grab my sody pop. And as I get out and I go through town just to meander and just look at how fucking destitute and ruined it looks. And there's one other store open. It is the liquor store. And they sell soul food. It is the only restaurant in town. And there's no sign. It says liquor, soul food. And that's all it says. Shut up!
Oh, Cole.
But yeah, it just says liquor and soul food. So you can get wraps, liquor, and soul
Soul
food.
food.
That's all you can get in this
Bro.
fucking town. You
That
just
is-
eating potato salad and just drinking. That's like all you're fucking doing in this town.
Bro,
You know what a levy is?
You know, you
just like
ride your
a
Chevy
break.
to and the ride.
You're right, but we don't have levies here. So that not real levy. My dad will correct you.
Well,
He'll be like, no, y'all don't know. I have no real levy. You'll have like
Is that your dad talks?
No, that's what my grandpa talks about.
Okay.
For real, actually.
Yeah.
My dad, though, he'll kind of like code switch because he was like real ashamed because he grew up in the 80s when it was like cool to like be like black people. And so he was like, wow, I want to be black. But he's like, he didn't know he was black yet. He didn't take an Ancestry.com test. So he was just a honky growing up. And so he's just trying to ball. He's trying to be Logic on the streets. And
He's
fucking
He's trying to be Drake, but he's
and be
turning out
Steph Curry in
Logic,
the
yeah.
street.
He's really trying to be up in that shit, bro.
Yeah, he's really in this shit.
He's really in
And
this
so
shit.
my dad's like 80s black guy cool, but he hasn't hung out with any black guys since, and so he's like real out of touch.
He was with it.
30 years ago, yeah, he was real cool with like the black dudes and stuff.
He's like, but when that NWA came around, I just couldn't
He's
get
like,
with
yeah,
those.
he's like, yeah, when little fatty, whenever he got that flat top, when he got that like flat top fade or whatever the yeah, my dad
the
just
flat
has
top fade.
I don't know what it's
Your
called.
dad didn't go to the
My
barber
dad-
shops because he's.
My dad hung out at fucking barber. He was really in this shit, man.
Oh,
And he will code switch back into his Arkansas. He left. He went in the Army at like 20 something, and then he was like, "I'm not from Arkansas, or I don't want to sound like it. I'm going to enunciate my words."
Killed his accent.
He just tried. He did his best to kill his accent. His brother. His brother still sounds like he's like, yeah, I was in a desert storm. I had to choke him out, and he's like all fucking like intense.
Yeah.
He's cool now though. Anyways, but my dad like had to hide his identity, so he sounds like a fucking Yankee around all of his family. And but whenever he gets with them though, he'll kind of like code switch back when they talk about something that they'll be like, "Yo, Tim," that's my dad's name. They'll be like, "You remember when we go catch them crawfish back behind the levee?" But I'm like, "Oh yeah, I remember. We go back there up in the flatboat and we catch a couple and we throw them in there." And then he's like getting all like fucking Louisiana twangs down on me.
Crick instead of
Yeah,
creek.
in the creek. Yeah, no.
Creek.
Well, they're whenever my grandpa came to the Illinois River here, which is like I don't know what 50 feet across. 60, 70 feet across at the most. Less than 100 feet across.
Well,
the Illinois River here.
Probably it's wider than in like up north, right? It's probably wider further north.
No, further south, towards when there's more water.
okay.
Yeah. But anyways, the Mississippi River is like 2 miles wide.
Yeah.
And so my grandpa, a river is like a fucking, you can barely see across it. And so whenever they came to Tahlequah, he's like, I've been hearing about this Illinois River. I've been hearing, he's expecting to see this river. That's what he's excited about. He's like, I want to look at the river. And he gets there and he's like, hell, that's a creek. That ain't no fucking river. It's like he just drives over it in 5 seconds in a bridge. And he's like, well, hell.
What the fuck?
Well, that ain't no fucking river. Fucking,
But then, did he ever get out on a float with a handful of dudes and some fucking
dude, he
Zach
ain't
Bryan
floated,
playing?
yeah. He'll be like,
he'd be like, this is the shit. This is the river.
We're really in this shit.
Okay, you know what my favorite forced accent is?
Huh.
The transatlantic. So when I
That
say
is strange
Okay,
accent.
so do you know what it is I'm talking about? The transatlantic accent was a
Transatlantic, going back to that, yeah.
So that's like almost like Chicago gangster. The transatlantic was the real way of talking like this. That was like in the advertisements back in the newspapers in the 70s. Like I lost it for a second. But I was getting there.
You can buy a house and an indentured servant for 50 cents.
There's one that's Al Capone. There's one that's Al Capone. It's like, yeah, see, that's Al Capone. That's a gangster accent. That is
that's like the cooler version.
That's a
of it.
rougher version of the transatlantic.
Is that was that ripped off of the? Did the transatlantic actually influence broader society at all?
Yes.
Where it slightly
Yes.
kind of came back?
Yeah, and
Of course, it was made to be both for the American and British English.
God, I fucking hate the British. I fucking hate the
Trying to
British,
combine it into
They're
one.
just putting
as a
fucking White
marketing.
Claws on fire and stuff. I fucking hate them.
Wait, what?
that was on our first episode.
Yeah. These fucking 5 seconds. These fucking like dumb British like frat dudes at a college party were over there. They're like, there's a fire going, but it's kind of going out, and I'm just about to leave anyways. They're like, oh, where the fucking Indians at? They can get this fire started for us. And they're like, tiff, tiff, tiff. And they're like, another one's like, oh, you have what? White Claw has alcohol in it. Alcohol in a bag. Just pour some alcohol.
Okay,
And then they're just fucking pouring their Dunkin' White Claw and putting the fire out. They're like, oh, fuck, we're fucking, oh.
And then the follow-up is on with the same party house the
Blimsy
next
Brumsy.
week. On the same party house the next week, they have another party. The British guys come up. I'm at the door. There's a guy like, seeing if you're cool enough to go in. The British guys come up. He's like, no, hey, actually, wait right there. And then another comes out. He's like, hey, I can't let you guys in because y'all were being fucking twats, is what the guy says. And then the British people are like, what? What'd you say, mate? What? And he's like, what do you say? He said we were being twats. It's like, oh, all right then.
All right.
And then they just got there. It's like, we just
Let me say this to you in your lingo.
Y'all were being fucking twats. Get the fuck out of here.
Get your crumpet ass out of here before I praise the Queen.
Dude, they were in that redneck, but in that moment, it sounded like they weren't British for goddamn shit. But
That was probably the most American. They actually fought the British. That guy bouncing a
he was a
college
true
party.
patriot. He was a true patriot.
That like gay, skinny Hispanic
Yeah,
guy guarding the front
yeah.
door at the.
He's like, nope, you can't come here because of what you did with Evan that last summer, and you're just talking. No one wants to hear. Nope. I remember what you did the last one. You threw up everywhere. You need to cut down the drinking, bro. Nope, you can't come. Hey, you're cool.
Wow, he's laying on the
You're
law.
cool.
That's fucking America. I vote for that person.
Oh, yeah.
He's
I'd
border
vote for
patrol,
that,
but for a house party.
I saw another. Speaking of YouTube Shorts, I saw this one where the Coast Guard. I think it's an old video, but the Coast Guard there's like a submarine going through the ocean with like a bunch of cocaine in it and a bunch of Mexicans in a submarine or Colombians, and the Coast Guard, they come up beside the submarine and jump on it, and they're like, open the fucking door! Open the fucking door! And then imagine just hit, that was the last thing you probably expected. They're like, you'll just take this one trip across the ocean and we'd be so rich. They had like $500 million in coke on them. And so they're like, these one trip, that's it, no more. And he's like, he's just thinking of like his life, just buying like a fucking oven for his mom and stuff, like in this fucking submarine. Because he's not getting any of that money except for like a K or two, you know what I mean?
They passed by the Titanic.
They drove by the Titanic.
I don't understand why he didn't just submerge.
They didn't submerge. It's like, how do you go down? ¿Cómo se dice? Down. Debajo. No, yeah.
Okay.
They popped that fucking lid. They're like,
Could you imagine if you went to a private boarding school on the East Coast and they beat the transatlantic accent into you? Yeah, they were like, no, talk like this. See, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? No. How dare you? How dare you? What the fuck?
No,
like,
say
I would fucking attack Fort Sumter is what I would do.
you Civil War Part 2?
Yeah, but it's my own personal civil war. You know what I mean? It's kind of my Kampf. You know what I mean? My struggle.
Oh no!
Why are you dog whistles, dude? That's not really. Now you're just being open. You're from like little pitch ones.
Kampf?
Yeah, no, it's struggle. It's struggle.
Struggle?
In the context of that, it means struggle.
I don't know anything about a book.
You said you didn't know fucking
11.
shit about German and you got misled into a bunch of things is what you said, Randy. You said you knew like a couple words in German and then now you're over here translating Hitler. Fucking next thing you know.
Ich bin schwul.
Bin ich schwul oder was? Yeah, but no, I wasn't misled in anything. I don't think.
I wasn't misled.
No, I don't know where.
He's just
that
joking,
came from.
saying that, oh, you're so German, but you didn't know what Mein Kampf meant. Is that kind of the gist of that was?
No, he's saying he's so German. In the
I know.
We had him on. He's like, I don't know any German.
Just so that everyone knows,
German.
Randy is not German. No Kraut.
I'm not German.
No Kraut.
Is anyone German?
No Kraut's about.
Is there any German in this room? Can you smell it? Can we bring out the fucking?
I think our Jewish odor is very overpowering. So that's probably what
the smell.
I took a bath.
The smell. The smell.
It's not an actual odor. It's an aura.
I'm sorry.
So I was listening to Limp Bizkit's "Take a Look Around."
Oh my god! What the fuck?
And one of the lyrics is "Can't take an edge from a knife, but you can."
If you cut someone, right?
Yeah, but also if you just like dinged it up on some metal or something, just dull it.
If you
can
use
take
it
an edge
in
from a
any-
knife.
I think he means you can't cut him. I think it means he's too fast to move. He's too fast to rip your ass off with a chainsaw.
He should stick to talking about biscuits, and I'll talk about knives. You know what I mean?
You'll just stick talking about
It just didn't sit right with me. It just didn't sit right.
He's like banned from Russia.
That's awesome.
The dude from Limp Bizkit is banned from Russia or some shit because
they have a spinoff called Limp Bizkitov.
It's actually a dance competition.
Can you Limp Bizkit off? And they just play fucking Euro like.
But you have to dance like Fred Durst does up on stage. Like that's the thing.
And I just look like Ian Curtis.
Have you seen the Joy Division movie?
No, but I've seen the clip from it where he
It's
dances.
so it's so depressing. It's so depressing.
Control
that
is a
guy
very depressing
was
movie.
so fucking. He became Ian Curtis so well that I think that like redid Joy Division or something like that.
And then I saw that funny video of that like little Hispanic guy dancing, and they play Transmission over it.
Yeah,
but he's not dancing to Transmission. He's
like
dancing to
clipped
something else. But it goes so well that I can't help it. It makes me smile.
Is Joy Division playing in Tulsa? Like
they have been dead for 40 years. They never made it to
You're thinking
American
of Circle
shores.
Jerks.
They never made it.
No.
They are playing Tulsa tonight. Circle Jerks and Descendants are playing Tulsa tonight.
Yeah.
And we missed out
Descendants.
We missed out on that shit.
Descendants.
Yeah.
I think
on it. Joy Division never made it to American. This is how bad Joy Division never made it to American shores. The Talking Heads have a song. Where back in the day, they couldn't get Joy Division records, but they could get magazines from the U.S. that described what Joy Division was. So they made a song that's like, this is what we think Joy Division sounds like, and we think it's really
That's
fucking
literally,
cool.
yeah.
And it sounds nothing like Joy Division. It sounds nothing like it. But it's because they never made it to American soil. Ian Curtis killed himself like the week that they were supposed to go to America. It was like,
Just dance too hard.
He put on Iggy Pop's The Idiot. He played the movie Strozek, and then he hung himself while the record in the movie kept playing. And I think he drank a little bit, if I remember right. Spoiler alert.
Well,
He didn't make it out of that one. He lost control.
is it really a
Lost
spoiler
control.
alert if it's already like a person who actually died?
Who died
Like,
45 years
it's
ago.
an
or
actual
some
real.
shit.
Let's just.
I don't want to ruin the movie for
that's
you.
more of too soon.
Why too
Too late.
soon?
Too late. Way too
David
late.
Carradine.
Dude, so David Carradine died of auto asphyxiation, and anytime I know who that is off the bat, everyone looks at me all fucking weird. Like, they're like, what the fuck is wrong? And there's other people that die of auto asphyxiation, but we don't report it as that. We report it as suicide. Because, let's say y'all found me in my apartment, like, the next week from now, and I had my pants around my fucking ankles, and the belt was around me. Y'all might just tell my family I just killed myself out of shame, right? Like, you might just say, like, I got broken up with, or I got rejected.
Oh, yeah, like, if we caught you all, like, tangled up.
Yeah, but you would lie for me,
in a sinful way, yeah.
Yeah, you would lie for me, right?
Somebody got him.
Somebody got you as the Clintons.
Somebody got his neck and jacked him off. Not my boy Cole.
Oh my god.
He didn't even come before he died.
Is that your impression of yourself?
Yeah, that's me in distress at my friend being dead.
He shit himself though.
He shit himself.
Just so you know, if you're actually gonna find you, I'm basically just falling into this weird, not real twangy accent
You just stick with it forever.
situation.
You just never let it go.
Back in 28, my boy got jerked off and murdered by a belt strangler.
Kill the podcast, dude.
Fucking killed it.
Oh shit.
I'm just sassier now. Ever since my friend died, I'm gay.
Gay and slow. I got worms.
I'm afraid someone's gonna suck my dick and kill me with a belt. So if you fuck me like that, just know that belt strangler's going around. I heard he's on Fox Street. Anybody with a belt.
He's about 5'10". He's got a fucked up pinky.
Anybody
He's got blonde curly hair. But he's Native American. And he's out there jacking people off.
Chinese.
He looks like a little lesbian Asian girl. But he's a punk rocker.
The belt strangler.
The belt strangler.
I hardly know her.
Shut the fuck up.
God damn.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh dude.
Let's light a cigarette.
It's at 54. Do you want to take like a dab or alcohol break or something? Does anyone want to fucking...
We're at 54?
We can.
Yeah.
We can. Give me 1 minute. Give me one. I got one for 1 minute.
You got one for 1 minute?
I got one for 1 minute.
1 minute. Give it 1 minute. Give him 1 minute. Give him 1 minute. Give him 1 minute.
All right. So you know who's not auto asphyxiation, like auto or like whatever?
You have a stroke. You're like, give me 1 minute, and then you freak the fuck out.
Auto asphyxiation is not. It's not happening in Texas right now. Pornhub is now officially banned in Texas,
so
as
you're
well
keeping
as
track.
Arkansas.
And
I'm
Utah,
keeping track.
and Utah.
Yeah.
And Utah.
He's like a meteorologist. He's like, there's a fucking anti-Pornhub front coming in, and it's coming down into Texas. It's already hit Killeen, and it will hit Dallas by tomorrow.
It already hit Little Rock yesterday.
It already hit Little Rock. The Little Rock 9 is 9 dudes in front of the school jacking off.
Oh my god,
bro!
They said let us in.
Wait, so how long wait, guys, for real? How long until Oklahoma does it then?
Oh, dude.
How until Oklahoma does it?
Dude,
then?
we're too free to.
We follow Texas. We follow everything Texas does.
Okay, we do, but we're also
we do have
that
weed.
one thing we didn't listen to.
And then what are you gonna do? High.
Jack off.
Yeah.
Jack off, bro.
But
Yeah,
just
dude.
not to Pornhub itself, because that one's bad. Because it's not porn's banned, it's Pornhub is banned,
Yeah,
right?
it's just
Back to National
just
Geographics for me. I'm about to see some Botswana low hangers.
Fucking J.C. Penny catalog.
It's just Pornhub, like Motherless, and
It's
everything else. Is
just
still cool?
everything else is still cool. Everything else is
Google
just
Images
Pornhub.
is still cool.
Isn't it crazy that they're making this video ban TikTok and in the background they're banning Pornhub?
Chat GPT, I hardly know her.
Shut the fuck
God.
up. I don't even feel mad. I feel like that was a good... I feel like that was... What happened?
Oh shit!
I don't even fucking know. Let's
I'm having a
we'll
stroke.
catch you
Back in
right after the break.
1786, General Shreve. So, as I'm trekking back from the Delta swamplands and coming along the highway, I'm reminiscing about how this land was full of indigenous people thriving and building these temples. And I look off to my side and I see a hill amongst all the flat fields, and I say, "What? I bet that's a fucking Indian mound. I bet that's the fucking Toltec mounds right there." As I look up on my Google Maps phone, I zoom out and then I zoom in. It's a landfill. It's literally a landfill. It's a fucking landfill with a grass on it, and it's a park now.
Oh, man.
That's the parks they have where they're from. It's like, there's trash under here. That's the park. And we made it a park.
If Staten Island was
It's
a park.
trash, a little layer of grass, and a bench. That's like the layering. Yeah. So
Did you find anything cool? Did you go through it?
I didn't get a chance. I actually could have done my own like mound excavation.
Yeah,
like,
so much for a mountain city. Like fuck.
You can put on History Channel, dude.
I found a Cheetos bag from 2004.
Flaming hot.
Dude, modern. The first flaming hot. The first.
Check these serial numbers. These serial numbers carbon date back to 1997.
And they align to Sirius. And they all allude to an ancient apocalypse that Atlantis existed.
You're talking about X-Men Disney movies?
No, I'm doing Graham Hancock, Ancient Apocalypse.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. And he uses the modern trash mounds and thinks they're connected to Sirius, the star system, and thinks the Anunnaki came down. But he's actually using like a Mississippi Delta trash mound with a park on it.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the obelisk.
Yeah, he's
that's
like, it points towards the North Star. No, okay. So I'm hauling ass back from fucking the swamps. I'm trying to get back to Tulsa to go to the damn zoo. And so I show up at the zoo, and we go and we check out. Like everything's just kind of sitting around and shitting, like animals normally do.
Shitting or sleeping.
Shitting, sleeping, and the chimpanzees though were committing atrocities against like fucking like against the Lord, against my eyes, against like whatever monkey forest gods they worship and stuff. And you go up, and you think of chimps, and like if you're not looking at them in the moment, you're like, wow, our distant like relatives. Like they're actually smarter than you. Like they're actually extremely intelligent. They're making tools and spears, and they have kind of communities and.
I said there's chimps in Australia that have reached the Stone Age, right?
Or Africa.
In Africa that have reached the Stone Age, or whatever.
Australia, they have like bent cowboy hats. I'm like, good on you, mate. You've reached the Stone Age. We got here to Billabong, smoke some meth. And now we're listening to the Primus. There's chimpanzees in the fucking swamp in Australia. In a tin shack. Yeah, in a tin shack. Australian chimpanzees. Australian chimpanzee.
Too many chimpanzees. Too many chimpanzees.
Oh, yeah, too many. Oh, wait, what?
Driving around playing rugby.
Too many chimpanzees.
Okay,
so can we... Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to talk about what these fucking chimps were up to. They're not in Australia. And these motherfuckers are in Tulsa. These are the dumbest motherfucking chimpanzees in the motherfucking world. They've been in like a foreign environment getting allergies from Bradford pears that fucking don't even make fucking sense. They're swinging around some jank-ass jungle gym look like the Briggs playground.
The fucking spider web.
There's like a hole for them to crawl under.
Okay, so was there a spider web at y'all's playgrounds in school?
No.
Was there one of yours?
Wait, what's up?
A spider web?
Spider web at your playground?
Like real ones, like get in your face?
No, like a spider web like you crawl.
Like the rope thing?
No, like a metal.
Wait, is this more auto asphyxiation, erotic stuff you're talking
Sadly,
about?
no. It's like they have the
I got stuck in my own web.
I'm gonna get the belt.
Yet again.
I'm getting the belt.
A web of lies and a web of cum.
No, they had this thing. It was a metal spider web with pegs, and we used to crawl around on it, like it was for crawling. But then we would just get inside, and we would just do early UFC, where it was called back then cage fighting.
Oh yeah,
before
cage
it was a popular.
You were web fighting.
You were web fighting. We get the web, and then they had to take it out. It was like, this is too violent.
Here comes Cole, the Black Spot or Black Widow panel.
No, I got beat up by a lot of mentally ill kids and mentally handicapped kids.
Cole, the House Spider panel.
Because there was the bullies, and then there was the mentally handicapped kids, and then there was me and like one fat guy. And we were just getting our asses whooped. We were like, we were getting that shit.
That's what the chimps were doing. There was basically a spider web in the inside part, and they're running inside and outside, and they were hollering. I heard where they were.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, I'm gonna go check these fucking chimps out. So we go and we look. And there's like 6 or 7 of them all hanging out. Well, they're not hanging out. One of them is hard. One of them's dick is hard, and he's just running around, just sexually assaulting every fucking chimp in there. And then there's 2 like shaking each other by the shoulders, like just strangling each other. And one is upside down from the roof, just screaming, just over and over and over again, just having a fucking anxiety
sure that wasn't
attack.
Like Hunter's cousin?
They're all cousins.
That chimp needs a fucking weed card, dude. Fucking anxiety, dude. That fucking chimp. And he just saw. And then this one chimp literally just had a hard dick in front of everybody at the fucking zoo. And he would went up and just spread leg and just stare at everybody, just smiling, just looking at everybody, this hard ass dick. Just looking all
He'd be like, hey, guess what?
And I was like, that's a sick motherfucker. Actually, if he's smart enough to build a fucking ant stick, he's smart enough to know it'd be a fucking pervert.
I want
and this motherfucker.
I want whatever Cialis script he has.
God.
I want whatever that testosterone is. I want chimp.
I think it's chimp pussy pheromones.
It
I
is.
think it's chimp pussy pheromone. You want chimp pussy pheromones?
So they didn't lock him in there with a female chimp.
You know, yeah, there's like 2 or 3 up in
And they're
there.
reproducing a bunch.
They was a finna.
Probably.
They was
They're
finna.
finna.
And yeah, and I was like, we're about to see some fucking
We're really in
BBC
this shit.
Earth. We're really in this shit. These. And then they're like running in and out, just screaming, beating the shit out of each other, and one of them is trying to fuck and like trying to grab you, like, come here, lady, fucking stop running away from me, fucking come here.
Talking about chimpanzee rape on this fucking show.
We're gonna get canceled.
I just thought like
fast,
chimpanzees
bro.
are literally the worst of mankind. Like the worst, deepest,
They're not
darkest desires of
humans.
mankind.
They're not man.
But they are kind of representative of like a deeper carnal
What the
fucking like nature of like we are not chimpanzees. You know what I mean? There are
We have iPhones and clothes and fucking.
I could have given him an iPhone and pants.
They wouldn't figure
what
it
makes
out.
him any different.
They throw it on the ground. They piss on it.
And they gotta punch it.
He'd probably fuck it.
He probably put his dick. He probably get a belt around it.
Yeah, I think he's a type. I think his dick is a type C.
It'd be a type C. That's the Japanese have, right?
That's how they fly their planes. A USB Type C charger.
Sony.
Wait, my brain won't start. Rent me guitar.
Yamaha. I hardly know her.
I think the belt strangler was a former Japanese kamikaze pilot.
He looks Asian.
But he like
looks kinda
Ronin'd out. He like
Asian-ish, yeah.
didn't want to commit suicide, so he just flew to he flew to fucking Long Beach, California, and died in airborne.
Went through sublime phase.
And then got a CDIB, moved to Oklahoma, and now it's fucking Hunter Miller
Trying to pose himself up.
with his Type C dick.
His type C.
Because he's a crip.
Mitsubishi made the planes that bombed
Need
Pearl
plane
Harbor.
to start. Need plane to start.
Mitsubishi made
My brain just thought. My brain won't start. I keep fucking and no start.
No, it's not.
They say it's a spin
I
stop.
can't go back home.
Can't go back.
Spirited
Spirited away.
He came to California and couldn't get hard again. It's more about the music. It's just into local vibes.
It's all about the vibe.
Brack, no.
Sublime.
What is Brack
What
Frag?
is sublime?
Brack, that's not Long Beach. It's Agent Orange.
Or Agent
Orange.
That's where he becomes punk.
They're from Huntington Beach, yeah. Something like that.
A lost kamikaze pilot lands in California, gets a fucking like a bleach blonde fucking dye,
Gets
and
a
just starts-
safety pin
Gets a
earring and
safety
a
pin
tattoo,
earring.
black flag on his arm, and he's out there moshing his ass
He gets
off.
an American flag
Yeah.
tattoo just because it's kind of edgy.
But it's
and
upside
cool.
down, and
It's
it has a
upside down.
Grim Reaper on it.
Hell yeah.
Do you see my uncle? He only has one
Very
tattoo.
traditional tattoo.
He's not even that patriotic. He only has one tattoo he got because it was special when he was somewhere in Arkansas. It's an American flag with a Grim Reaper holding the flag, and it says these colors don't run. And he's not even that patriotic. Like, he wanted to vote for Bloomberg. Like, he's not even that. Like, he was in the Coast Guard, dude. And that's the only tattoo he has.
Those guys are busting the fucking Mexican submarines.
He wasn't. He was on a boat buying alcohol for minors.
He was like,
That's what he was doing, and he got kicked out.
instead of banging on the door of a
makes sense.
submarine, he's banging on the door of like a dorm room and be like, I have your beer.
And the Coast Guard cops like, really, Marvin? Really?
Really, Marvin?
The third time?
This
All right,
motherfucker.
out the Coast Guard. And then he's like, I just love my country. I'm a veteran. These colors don't run. I'm the Grim Reaper. The flag symbolizes my patriotism. He's my uncle. He's the one I told you about that has that story where he fucking went up to, I told the podcast about the Buc-ee's in Texas and the big old dude, the guy you'd be seeing in your sleep.
They're from Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, so like, okay, to tell that story or no?
Yeah, the squirrel.
No, squirrel.
Not the squirrel.
It's a beaver, I think.
Bring me
Or
the
it might be
beaver.
a gopher muskrat.
So I'm
hybrid.
at Buc-ee's in Melissa, Texas, which is the port of entry for Oklahomans into Texas. That's whenever you really. I know.
If you just passed the Thackerville Casino, you're heading
you're like,
south.
yeah, you are in Texas now. You're really in this shit,
You're really
right?
in this
You
shit.
pull up, you're like,
If you
I've
see a
never-
Choctaw sign and a beaver within eyesight of each other, you're on the Red River. You're on the border.
So we're at the Buc-ee's in Melissa. I think I told the story on stage before. And my uncle's kind of crazy. He thinks my dad's racist because he is. But my uncle's still racist. He's just not like, he doesn't know he's just not about it, right? Like, he just doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have that dog
he
in
feels
him.
more like
Right. But he says
confident
racist
about
things.
his like feel. He's like,
Yeah.
no, I might have opinions, but they aren't racist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just a scumbag. I'm just an asshole.
I'm just saying it
whatever.
how I see it.
But no, we're at the Buc-ee's in Melissa, and we're sitting there, and
Wait, you're fucking Melissa?
that's the name of Melissa. I hardly know her.
Shut
the fuck
up, dude.
So we're there, And my uncle's the kind of guy, he always would get into things. He open carries a 357 SIG Glock or a 10mm Glock on his hip all the time, even when he's mowing the lawn or as an electrician. Even when he's doing electrical work on people's house. My old boss, Brian, he concealed carried all the time. It was a smaller gun. Marvin, my uncle, open carries a 357. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Second Amendment guy. I'm pro open carrying. This guy was an example of a little dick, or he couldn't fight, or he want confrontation, or something like that, right? Or just whatever.
Your uncle?
Yeah, this guy. That's what Marvin's thing is. It's like, and so I'm pro.
Do you think that runs in the family at all?
I'm not blood related to him.
Oh yeah,
thank God.
Right, okay,
I'm not blood related to him. But so we go and we're sitting there, and we're sitting at the gas pump.
Because he's bringing that national average down for all of us.
He surely has to go. Oklahoma,
with his
he's
tiny
not doing
checker.
good.
Yeah, they're not measuring your gun, Marvin.
No,
Melvin.
Marvin is Marvin. There was a
what are you fucking clown?
There was a Dominican dude on the job site that called him Melvin, even if he said his name wasn't Marvin.
A Dominican guy.
He's like, fucking Melvin is gay, fucking nephew, fuck that. Like he was like talking shit on it. Like he was like fucking dumb Oklahomans. Like he didn't talk like he's from Dominica. He's from the Dominican Republic, but he didn't like us. But no, so we're at this gas station and we're sitting there, and there's all you see people from all walks of life.
Dominican, you just do like a Mexican accent, but more confident.
We're from Dominican, man. We're Dominican.
We're really in the shit. We really in the shit, man. I tell you, we really in the. I come from Dominica. I come here and I see we really in the shit.
We're sitting there. And we're at the gas pump.
Mexicans are like, you know,
I'm not your stepping stone. Hey, not your stepping stone.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
We're not on drugs other than weed.
I don't really speak for yourself. I'm kidding. Okay, listen. So we're at this gas pump, and
I'm kidding. So we're at gas. Yeah.
We're at this gas pump in Melissa, Texas, and we see people from all walks of life come to the port of entry of Texas, and they come through there, and we.
This
see
is literally.
guy.
I was just telling stories to Randy. We're just like rambling stories to Uncle Randy's right now.
This is good.
Yeah, keep going.
I see the biggest blackest guy I've ever seen in my life. This dude had to have been 7. He was hitting. He had to crouch under the door frame. This dude stood about 6 or 7 feet. This was the guy. He was dark. He was dark. He like stood out, and he was big and black. And
like his shadow was lighter.
Like he was giant. Marvin goes over to me. He looks at me. He's like, "Hey, watch this." I'm like, "Oh fucking Jesus Christ!" Like I'm like, I have a gun too at the time. I'm not a felon yet. I'm going for my gun. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna fucking happen, but I don't know. Like that. This is the start of something bad. He goes up to the biggest, blackest dude I've ever seen. He walks up to him.
Something bad. That's High School Musical reference. I'm fucking gay.
I know.
It's because you got talking about Glee fucking 2 weeks ago.
He goes up to the biggest, tallest, blackest guy we've ever seen. He goes up to him and says, "Hey, what's the weather like down there? Didn't you know you're fucking short? How short are you? What's it feel like being that short, you fucking midget?" And the black guy looks at him for a second. There's a pause, and then he keels over, laughing, crying hysterically. This motherfucker! Like he's like falling into the pellets of fucking barbecue shit.
You're solving racism.
Yeah. He's like, I've never in my motherfucking life. He's like, I have never. He's like, what the fuck? Like his brain was broken. Shit. He's like, I have never had someone come and call me short and call me a midget to my face.
Is Melvin short?
Marvin's a little guy. He's not. That makes it so. He's a little hippie white dude with a gun on his hip, and he just walked up to the biggest white. He's like, watch this, and he's like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Then he like shook his hand, and then we just got in the truck and just drove for 5 more hours. And I was like, how did we not die? Like, how did you know it was gonna go like that? Like, how did you know?
His confidence.
Because my dad said that. I think, a hate crime is about to happen.
Because he's been hanging around Dominicans. He's been hanging around Dominicans. He's got that confidence.
He's got the Dominican swag.
He said, "Hey, watch this."
I think I'll never forget that when he dies at his funeral. I'll tell that story because that takes some fucking balls, even if it requires a 357 SIG and an extended mag.
Probably.
Like, that's just silly.
Yeah, my boy.
Okay, so we were talking about. You remember? We talked earlier about Black Sabbath. We do have a crazy personal story about Black Sabbath.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So Black Sabbath came to the BOK in Tulsa, and when was that?
November 8th, 2016.
Yep.
Which was the day that Donald J. Trump was elected in office. And that morning, I was a teenage runaway. I was sleeping in a trailer with you and the Medeiros and Bryce and some other people.
You weren't sleeping with us, or maybe you were.
We were on the same bed. It was like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I was in Standing Rock, North Dakota on that same day.
You were doing shit that was important.
I was fighting the government.
Okay, but fuck that. This is a story about
This is way cool.
Sabbath.
This is way cool.
Black Sabbath, bro. So Black Sabbath knew that Trump was going to get elected because they have an inside man, right?
I didn't know this was happening the same day. I didn't know that you did this on the
same day.
cold
Same day
looking
delivery.
at the moon. Like, just like
It's
on
cold
a prairie.
looking at the moon.
By a teepee.
Same day. So what we did is I knew how to strap things because no one over there knew how to strap things. There's a bunch of old TVs and burnt out shit in Bryce's yard. We burned all of it up. We went to a scrap yard and we knew that Black Sabbath was playing. They knew they had an inside man. They knew the world was going to end because it did in 2016, right? It obviously ended. So they called it the End of the World Tour. And it's like, we're breaking up. This is the last tour Black Sabbath's going to do until we get more money in like 8 years if we're still alive. Mm-hmm. And then we'll do it with a different drummer or something. Like, that's what it was. So.
You think they knew about COVID?
Clearly. How else they survived? How else?
You're right.
Didn't you know Cat Williams knows that Black Sabbath had an inside scoop on motherfucking COVID? Okay. So we go, and it's this big fucking show that Black Sabbath is going to do. I can't remember who opened. And there's still tickets available for some reason. Didn't even sell out, excuse me. We scrap all these TVs, we burn all this wire, we go to the scrapyard outside of town. Those guys are assholes. Like, what the fuck are you boys scrapping all this wire for? Like, Black Sabbath tickets. Like, Black Sabbath, what the fuck? And then they're like $11. No matter what we gave them, it was going to be $11. I told them, like, it's going to be $11. Put $11 of gas into the fucking Avalon somehow, right? We drive out to Black Sabbath. Okay, we go up there, we wait forever. I had a panic attack on the way there, got too high. Hunter, do you have any memory of the ride up there?
Actually, I don't.
Okay, so we get up there, and then... So we get up there, and we go and buy the tickets and the automated thing. We all had enough money to sit up. You were going to spot somebody because you just gotten paid. We go up there. The show hasn't even started yet, and they won't sell us a ticket. And there is tickets. We're like, what the fuck? And we're like mad. We're walking around outside the venue.
Yeah, dude, we were fucking outside the fucking venue. Okay, so what had happened was we were walking outside the fucking venue, right? And then we were like, this fucking sucks, dude. Like, what the hell are we gonna do? And I found a fully working ticket on the ground. It was a ticket, like, fully without the fucking stub pulled or anything. And I was like, what the fuck? And I just kind of found it, and I was like,
that's like some Willy Wonka.
No, yeah. Like, you said, we were sleeping in bed the same morning. We're sleeping in the same bed.
Everybody in the household on one bed.
Yeah.
Instead of fighting over
so
two
punk
couches.
rock.
Instead of fighting over two couches, yeah, we were totally all on one bed. But yeah, no, so we go and so the ticket fucking works, right? And I get in and I'm like, fuck, all right, so how the fuck am I gonna play this? And there was a smoking area just like just shy of like right where we were like just outside of the doors for the ticket place, right? So I walked straight out, right, and they had stamped my hand, right? My plan was to stamp everybody's hand, and then we all just move as a crowd back into the fucking stadium with our hands stamped and shit, right? And as soon as I go up to the guys, man, like I lick my hand, right, and then I try
Make eye contact
and
with
then
security.
yeah, dude.
Like, what you gonna do?
And she was like, hey, you can't do that. And like, dude, so she was like, I need security up here to like something. And then she started describing us, and we were like, oh fuck, dude, we got to get it.
She's like, well, there's 5 people here. We got a denim jacket, camo jacket, leather jacket, mohawk, 2 fucking bright
people
blondes.
you think would be at a Black Sabbath concert.
Yeah, dude, we got some people.
We got a couple rockers out here.
We got a couple
and then the cops showed, the security came, and then we ran through the back streets of Tulsa for a little bit. We had to light jog. We light jogged.
We ran through the back streets. Yeah, dude, through Tulsa. Like, oh fuck.
It was almost more of it. You're jogging in Tulsa.
Well, I was panicking. I was jogging. We
were trying to get the fuck
out of there. It was like not getting stopped for whatever the fuck.
Later.
They didn't want us there. They said go on, get. You can't see Black Sabbath. And then as we're leaving, we saw like the back part of the fucking venue where Black Sabbath's tour van was. It was like, Dio was better. Fuck you, Ozzy. It's like, bring him back. Fuck it. And then we went, and instead we took the money we were going to spend the concert. What we do?
Oh, we went to fucking Denny's. We got high in a parking lot of Denny's, and then we fucking ate there.
And then we went, and then we're like, it's on my phone. I was like, guess what? Donald Trump is president. I guess it really was the end of the fucking world.
We're really in this
shit.
We're
really in this shit. People were like, are you guys in that band? We're like, no. We were just trying to see one. Like, we don't even know.
And then they didn't fucking believe us.
They didn't believe us. No, you were the opening act for Black Sabbath, right? And I'm like, no, we're not.
We're not the fucking...
Shut the fuck up. And so we're sitting there.
You're just in Denny's defending your actually lesser... well,
that's what a cool musician would say, right? Like, nah, leave me alone.
No autographs.
No autographs.
No autographs.
You should just start saying sorry, no autographs, and people just approach you. Like,
hey, aren't you? Do we go to school together? Like, sorry, no autographs.
No autographs.
I know where it's going.
Didn't I arrest you at the?
Sorry, no autographs.
Sorry, no autographs.
The cop pulls you over.
Sorry, no autographs. And then just drive over.
Fire gun off in the air. Kill out a Yamaha fucking.
So y'all are running the streets of Tulsa.
So we did that. We go back, and then we're eating at the Zinnies. How do you describe the server, Hunter?
Oh, dude, this guy was probably about the best server that I've ever had in my fucking life.
We tipped him a bunch
dude.
of money.
Like,
We don't
yeah,
usually
dude.
do that.
He was.
You broke punk code.
Yeah. Normally we should go in there and dine dash. This time we're like,
this
no.
time we're like,
we
actually,
need
yeah,
the
dude.
fucking food.
This guy, yeah, dude. This guy was so good, though,
We need
man.
Grand Slam.
He was a black crackhead, man, and he was so good, so good at his fucking job, dude. Like he was fucking doing everything,
working his ass
Dude,
off.
He was
sweeping,
working his ass
singing
off.
spirituals and shit.
There was
he was
not
sitting
a
there
time
washing. He was wiping our table down
where
while
that
we
dude-
ate. He put
yeah.
our plates while we ate and fucking scrub it down. I was like, hey man, get some coffee. He's like, you want that strong jailhouse shit? Because they didn't want me to make that here. You want the good? I was like, yeah, I want the fucking strong. Like, go ahead.
He's like,
I was
yeah,
like, I'm
dude,
putting
what?
3 back instead of 1. I'm like, is that good? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
The strong jailhouse shit.
And I went. I was like,
We're
this is
really
like-
in this
We're
shit.
really in this shit. We're in Tulsa. at 3
Dude, I left that guy a
morning.
big tip, man. Like he was, he was.
He
was
paid for
cool,
my meal, man. Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah, of
Thank you.
course, man. Like, yeah,
Hunter bought me
yeah.
IHOP after like a fucking.
Hunter's a
show.
breakfast
yeah, dude,
guy.
after-
Hunter likes to fucking eat
I like
breakfast
to eat
after a rock
breakfast after
show.
a rock show. Okay, man. Like I want to go and
God,
enjoy an omelet.
we should go to a
like,
rock
yeah,
show and
dude.
eat breakfast.
We should have went to Circle Jerks tonight. We could have had Circle Jerk tonight.
Hey,
I guess we still
we're
can.
here.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
dude,
guess we
okay,
still
yeah,
can.
dude,
We
got
still
this.
fucking
Yeah,
can.
dude.
I went to a fucking while I was watching Survivor and getting all fucking
Hey, Survivor.
Yeah,
Did I already did that?
Survivor.
I already did that. Shut the fuck up. Save myself.
And so we're all going out to this club called Trinity. And I'm
Trinity. The swinger club?
No. It's a swinger. Bro, this place is
man.
huge. It's also like Trinity. It's massive.
Oh god, she's gonna beat the fuck out of us.
No, we
Ooh,
saw
let's
that
get
she
more
can't.
women death threats on the show. That's really what ties us together. Let's get some other.
I thought that was just one of Bryce's homies.
Oh, I thought that was the big guy.
Oh, it was one of the guys.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the big guy that showed up.
Yeah, it's such an insight.
I love
okay.
Van. I love Van.
Okay.
Okay.
I do love Van. To Van.
Man, we love you. We won't ever be on the show because you're scared of it.
You're scared of telling us how cool he actually is. Cool, and he won't let the world know.
He
He's
won't
a
let the
proud
world know.
Creole descendant.
Hell yeah.
He's a proud Haitian Creole.
Wait, explain that real quick. It's pretty fucking
so
funny.
Hunter's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Ladesha.
Yeah.
Yes,
She is
Cherokee.
a great lady.
she's Cherokee.
She's a great lady.
Yes.
And she's sitting there and she was saying something about Creole food.
Hell yeah.
And she said something about Creole food, and but she was saying like how Creole people like put like blood in their food or how they poison it or something like crazy like that. Right? And she's like, I don't want to eat that shit. Van was like, Van, who is my whitest friend, is like, no, Ladesha, I'm Creole, and we don't do no. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Creole. We get back, he's like telling, yeah, I don't know why Ladesha's doing that. I told her I'm Creole, and I'm like, Van, you are not Creole. He's like, what? Yeah, the fuck I am. I'm like, Van, well, you are not Creole. He's like, but my mom's mom is like Choctaw and French from rural Louisiana. I'm like, you're Cajun. And he's like, what? It's the same thing though, right? I'm like, Van, you've been there. What the fuck is going on? And so then he's like, no. Look up old Creole man. On fucking Google Images right now and look up old Cajun
It's a
man.
bunch of old
And then see
black
which one
dudes.
you look more like. Yeah, look
There's a
at
bunch of old black dudes with a hat, pretty much.
yeah. They just got that Mississippi River blindness.
They got that. They got blue eyes and they're cross-eyed a little bit.
I can't see shit.
My dog ran away.
I couldn't see it anyway.
Cause I'm so fucking gay. I'm gay and
I'm
Hunter's the
sucking dick in a
best.
rice field in Arkansas.
Oh my god.
It's the biggest dick that
You ever saw.
Hardly even saw her.
Oh, man.
Hardly even saw her is like a type of power tool.
But yeah, okay, yeah. So,
It hardly even does it. It just fucking. It's a Harbor Freight.
White
G-saw.
Van was trying to tell Black Ladesha that he was Creole.
You said
which
it. Why do
is
you
mixed.
call her black? I didn't say that, dude.
I just want it to be clear for the audience because people aren't good at getting our racial innuendos that we're trying to imply.
It's
just to
great.
be clear, just
It's
so we don't
like,
get misconstrued as being
so we
racist.
just-
Is that there was a guy who didn't know the difference between Creole and Cajun, was trying to defend Creole
Cooking.
What?
He's defending against hoodoo, like
Yeah, hoodoo,
stereotypes of
voodoo.
people poisoning your food.
He don't even know what that is.
The fuck she's talking.
He would
doesn't
probably
know it.
disagree also.
He would probably eat it. He'd probably eat the fucking
would probably
blood in it. He'd probably fucking fall for it.
He's like, I danced with this chicken and now you're eating. Like, so I'm going to Trinity.
fun.
I'm going to Trinity. I'm
I got
going to the nightclub.
Piss my pants.
And
Go on.
I'm in
Sorry,
the. We pull up and it's like a fucking warehouse. It's like not like a building. It's like like behind like an Atwoods, like behind like like a Kmart kind of vibe. You know,
That's
what I mean?
usually where I like to hang out.
Like it's like this is where the dumpsters are, right? No, it's the
Yeah.
entrance to like a gay club, and there's like a little ramp, and I get patted down, And they're like, they couldn't find my guns and bombs on me. And so then I go,
that's so bad.
I was the only straight guy in a group of gay dudes going in. I'm like, let's get some drinks.
Let's get some.
So we go up in the Trinity, and we're like the first ones there for like a drag show. But like no one's there yet, and the bars stay open till like fucking 5 in Little Rock. And we got there at like 11, and no one's there. It's just like, but it's amazing. There is 4 bars all within one building.
Holy
and
shit.
2 or 3 dance clubs, and some of those bars also have clubs in them. And so there's like 7 or 8 different rooms that you can go and dance in. And within an hour, everything got like fucking like filled up in there.
Oh,
and so everybody, I was talking about like how in this club Trinity, there's like 10 different rooms, and each one had like a little bar and a fucking club in it, and people were in there dancing, and it was crazy. It's like you walk around Walmart and you go to like the fucking like milk section, but it's a bar. And there's clubs, and then you're like, oh wow, and then you go over to like the shoes, and then there's like another bar, and there's people clubbing. Whoa, and you can walk over to like
Bourbon Street.
But if Bourbon Street was entirely inside of like a Walmart warehouse,
That's funny.
I mean inside of like a warehouse building.
It's like cool Buc-ee's.
It's like cool.
Dude, no, it's way cooler. It's not even like, but no, this is like a strip club behind a fucking like Target or some shit. Or not a strip club, but a fucking gay club. And I mean, it's cool. I was excited to go to the drag show and stuff because I'm down to see whatever. I'm just hanging out.
You're gay.
I'm here.
We know.
We're here to have a good time. 2023 straight, dude.
Okay, don't
23 straight.
And so we roll up in there and we're watching the drag show, and I see. Well, it seems to be just like a dude. I thought it was a gay dude just doing like drag shows is where they just lip sync to a song and dance around for a second.
It's a pageant.
It's like a pageant.
That's that part. One section of a beauty pageant is that. It's like that, but they're impersonating an attractive woman.
But there's also drag kings and drag queens and
right.
intersex and all this gray area of things. And there's just women who like to go
Sometimes
up there.
Sometimes a gay dude will go up there and just do it.
So I thought I saw a gay guy go up there and be like a drag king, which is just a guy. I was like, well, that guy's just still being just a dude and hopping around like Justin Bieber. But it turned out that was like a
He's
trans
Elton
woman.
John.
It was a trans woman. And it fooled me. And coming from this small town.
Where is this going? What the fuck?
Because I feel like a lot of my friends, I've heard this from people I know. They're like, no, I'd be able to tell that she had I'd be able to see. I'd know that she had a penis. Like, I'd be like, would you ever go with a trans girl?
That's not my argument.
No one here. Yeah, but other people that we're friends with and have been on the podcast have been like, no, I'd be able to tell.
I know what you mean.
I'd be able to sniff it out. I'd be able to tell if they had balls.
Boy.
I'd be able to tell if they're a lady boy.
Which I think.
And I went to this show.
I
literally thought I saw a woman do like drag queen. I thought like it was literally just like a lesbian woman. And they're like, no, that's an actual man that became a woman. And then I saw this guy came up to me with a beard and he's a short dude with a beard, started talking to us about like fucking Tulsa. He was from Tulsa and we're in Little Rock. And I thought it was just a small gay man. And my brother Jaden and Kyle knew them, and they were like, no, that's actually a trans man. They were born woman. And I was like, what? I guess what I'm saying is it really opened my eyes, and it's just like, there really is this crazy spectrum that you really cannot fucking tell where people are. People are all over this thing. Like, it truly... Like, it's not that I already didn't believe that. But here at NSU, you just see, like, a dude with a beard and, like, a pink tutu walk around.
Extremes.
And it's just like, all right, that guy is, like, I know what he's trying to do. I know they are going for it.
It's kind of punk rock. They're kind of.
It is punk rock. I'm not against it. They're working on it.
Yeah,
but in Tulsa, they've perfected it. And they're, like...
Right.
And they have like the appropriate like medical opportunities. Like even in Oklahoma, they probably go somewhere else and get it done or something, whatever kind of treatments like hormones. Or, I don't know, but
I have two in my family, but I'm not.
Yeah, you're kind of an expert.
Kind of. I actually kind of. I didn't know I was an expert until recently, but then I saw like. I don't know. Cole's
actually not an expert on trans on all. Probably.
On paper,
but you're probably like.
You know the odds are.
Huh.
The odds are 1 in 9 million. It's me and the Wachowskis, the dudes that did the Matrix.
That you have two trans.
That is 1 in 9 million. It's the same father too. Not that, but half sibling, one from same father. It's 1 in 9 million specifically.
That sounds actually more common than I think.
It's super rare. It's that like more than hitting the lottery.
That is like one. There's probably like 100.
There's more than hitting a small lottery. It's more than hitting like a small.
Yeah, there's like 100 people like that in the U.S. that are you.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just the last.
And one of them directed The Matrix.
The last of the Manhekins.
One of them directed The Matrix. And then Alexander really
They're like,
loved
what
The
if
Matrix.
you took a pill and you became a woman?
In the 90s, they grew up in The Matrix was like their like The Matrix and Fight Clubs. That was like Fight Clubs. that was their movie, right? Like that was like the fucking thing. And then I looked back on it and I was like, were you trying to show us the Matrix because you knew it was about being trans and they knew it was about being trans the whole time? I was like, yeah,
Is
I'm
it
just
about
gonna go
being
with that.
trans?
Did you not know that? So the Wachowski brothers are now both the Wachowski sisters. So the people that directed and wrote and came up with the whole Matrix thing, they weren't trans. And then after the movies came out, they both transitioned as women. It's literally me and them and 98 other people. That like, it's literally like that. And so they did that. And then they came out with another movie, and they're like, yeah, the whole time is about being trans. Like, the whole time, that's what the Matrix was. But we couldn't pitch it as trans people.
That's the manliest, like, transsexuality movie. Or not manly, but just intense, I guess.
And the weird thing is the right wing co-opted the red pill thing.
That, yeah, they did.
This is also true. And, like, so there's like
so the right wing is gay.
The right wing co-opted the red pill thing. They co-opted snowflakes from Fight Club. And Fight Club was written by a gay man about how bad men are and how toxic masculinity is. Now, I'm not, like, I mean, you know, I'm more leaning more towards the right thing, but those words, they're using them inappropriately. Like not inappropriately, but, like, the words don't line up.
Woke.
No, hell yeah.
I'm just educated.
He said
I just have to be, I'm gay.
I'm fucking, like, on intersectional feminism.
We are gay.
On intersectional fourth wave feminism is what you're...
I'm an expert on intersectional fourth wave feminism.
Yeah, yeah. Did I talk about feminism last time in the podcast?
No, but you wanted to, and then you got scared because there was a feminist here.
No, I wanted to.
Hell yeah, man.
No, I was actually excited. I wanted to get their opinion on it. I was like, because we're in fourth wave feminism right now. And I was like, well, what's fifth wave? And then they're like, well, that apparently people are saying that's going to be like, in the future, we're going to look back and be like, after COVID, being a woman was different or something. Or now you can be brown and disabled and it's cool or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's fifth wave feminism. But sixth wave feminism is still like up for grabs. You know what I mean? Because the first wave feminism was like, I want to vote, but not black women. Like, you know what I mean? It was like 1800s white ladies that were like, I'd like my husband not to beat me. Like, that type of shit. Ladies with big hats of endangered birds that they're just destroying. And
they're destroying populations.
There's literally 2 bird species that went extinct in the U.S. because of Victorian women's hats.
That's for real?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's
yes,
fucking nuts.
Because they just put like whole birds on their fucking giant hats.
And then the second wave was the prohibition one, right?
Second wave, yeah, that was like, we want to drink too.
No, it was like
smoke cigarettes and dip, or what was that one?
No, the second wave was everyone has to stop drinking. The United States has an alcohol problem.
That's right. Yeah.
They went into bars. Imagine that you're at Ned's, right, and all the boys are there.
And they start breaking off the taps
and everybody shows up, and they come and they fucking start smashing the bar with axes and fucking...
Yeah,
well, that's why I beat them.
She came to Tulsa, in fact, and I think it was the Mayo. They boarded up the Mayo. Like, a bunch of dudes went in there, had the alcohol to put it in the Mayo. I think. Don't quote me on that.
They hid away the booze from the women.
And boarded it up.
Right.
And that, whatever that lady's name was, I forget her
Stanton?
name.
I think Stanton.
The axe lady?
So there was a lady that
she rolled up and axed
and they mobbed up with a bunch of other
feminists.
Like,
it was second wave feminism. It was about prohibition. It was what it was. They were tired of men being drunk all fucking time and not showing up and hitting them and
so
neglecting
now
their
feminists
kids.
have vagina
and like
hats.
stop drinking and they smashed all. This is a joke from Coach Jones, one of our old high school teachers. Kind of stealing. So they did that, right? They banned alcohol. It's the 18th Amendment. The 19th Amendment is let women vote. Okay. Then they had to get drunk in secret, right? And so then they got so drunk in secret that no one remembers the 20th Amendment. Then the 21st Amendment is like, man, women are voting. We gotta start drinking again, guys. and they went and they passed it. The 20th Amendment is actually income tax. That's the big fuck you. But that's actually like the darkest thing.
Yeah.
No, that's the dark. Like that's like robbery. That's like the American government robs its people every single day. But that's not that funny. It's hilarious, actually. If you think about what they use it for, it's actually the funniest thing ever.
Just blowing up children.
Well, no, it's like you don't use the roads. We don't want you to use the roads. You can't have a car. You have to pay money for the license, but you have to pay money that you worked on. Like
not
the government
me. I live under the table.
No, but even then, like they want you. They want you to. If you, they didn't build a canoe for you, right? They want you to pay money on the fucking canoe after a certain. Like they want you to fucking do that. And then after you die, if you have any money set aside, after you already pay taxes on that money, they're like, no, we gotta take that shit too. You can't have it. Your kids can't have it. We gotta fucking take that shit for your kids have it. So before somebody gives you the money, it's taxed. Then when you make the money, it's taxed. Then you die, it's taxed. And if you try to fight any of that, they try to take you to prison. And if you don't want to go to prison, they fucking shoot you. And that's a mugging.
Oh, I don't have any money, so I'm not.
No, but they want it. Whatever you have, they want it. They want your money.
Well, you just gotta hide it.
That's the best idea, right? Buy crypto.
I just like digging a hole.
Dude.
You know
Put it in your mattress. Yeah. Well, and that's the other funny thing I realized. There's a bit somewhere in this.
Just forget about it.
But I don't know how to work it out. Our generation used to get taught to save money Because the idea was that you put money back in an account and it developed interest, and then the money was worth more, right?
What you do is like steal and manipulate other masses of people to work for you.
That'd be ideal, but no. Like the average person was told have a savings account, right? And then you go, and then now the inflation rate is so much higher than the interest rate that actually that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Like the money, if you had $5,000 in 2020, that $5,000 is worth like, well, we think $5,000 in 2020 is worth way less than it is now. It's like worth like $3,000 now. You know what I mean? It's like not. You should have spent it then. You should have spent it all while shit was still cheap. You should have. Savings doesn't even make any fucking sense. Even if you put the cash in a fucking boulder somewhere, that money's gonna be worth less the more time goes on. Savings is pointless.
But then it becomes vintage money.
At some point, right? Like old fuck after the civilization collapses.
So once I wait until 80 and I'll catch
hopefully there's collectors of
$80
American money, but they print so much of it that there's not gonna be. That's like people.
Well, after the Chinese take over, American money will be like black market and kind of vintage and kind of like cool and retro.
But we'll
be using
so much
the yuan.
of it. We'll print so much.
I'll be using it as toilet paper.
You think we'll have like a German Marx issue where we just overprint the money?
That's already happening.
And we're taking wheelbarrows for bread.
I would rather trade things out than pay for them right now. I'll tell you that much. That's how you fuck it. That's how you get that guy with a gun to not take your shit. Because if I trade you something for something, he can't take anything out of us. He can't. Bartering is still something you can't
I'd rather just start digging a cornfield.
But the money's going to be less than wherever you buried it.
Money
You're come out and you're like, fuck, this wasn't shit. It's worth less now. That used to make sense. That doesn't make sense anymore.
Just invest in Bitcoin.
Obviously, put your money in the magical fucking phone app thing.
NFTs, yes.
I'm not saying there's a solution to what I'm talking about, but I can't say it publicly. And I think you all know.
I think it's a mass revolution, right?
That is what I'm implying.
And structural
That is what I'm implying. That's, I'm talking about getting rid of the people in charge of that.
Hell yeah. We had
the Irish.
Anyway, so dick sizes in South Sudan are much higher than North Sudan. Do you think dick sizes are bigger closer to the equator or like in colder environments?
I think when it gets colder, you gotta tuck, because if it's hanging out too much, you get frostbite. I think the Asians just lost half their penis with frostbite back in the Ice Age.
It chunked off.
Yeah, I think I might be Asian.
Damn, bro.
You think?
If they were Japanese, yeah, it'd fix everything, dude. You can't see it right there.
If you survive the Ice Age, you have the time.
Can't start their planes.
It's not the right size.
If the Japanese kamikaze pilots got the Maasai warriors of Africa to fly those planes,
they'd be speaking Japanese right now.
They'd be hitting those Japanese Zero fighters. They'd be hitting the G spot.
We'd be speaking Japanese right now.
With like clicks.
Yeah, fucking Full Metal Alchemist would be the #1 franchise in America.
That's awesome.
What is that?
Okay, I can tell you what Full Metal Alchemist is, and that's gonna be a boring thing. Let me tell you the cool historical part
of it. Is that like where you do like electroplating on like copper and you coat it with silver?
Yes, actually, that wasn't incorrect.
That's completely metal and it's alchemy.
So they made a series. I'm gonna shorten it down because I can't describe the entire thing, and you're not gonna be that interested in it anyways, and it's too long. The thing you're gonna like about it. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist was like, it's an anime that's like, it used to be on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
And it was like, imagine if alchemy actually progressed the same amount that science did, right? Like, because alchemy used to be a respected fucking art. So what if there was real alchemists that practiced this? The cool
Wasn't
part
that just like idiots making Kool-Aid?
It's like, try to turn the fucking
make it
cup
purple
into
and
gold.
make it blow up.
Yeah, it was trying to turn the...
Turn this water
what if they actually mastered it and we went that route instead of science?
When I pour the red and the green, it bubbles.
It's really weird. They never say it outright, but in the whole anime, almost all of the characters have blonde hair and blue eyes, and they're in like old World War I uniforms, like the Kaiser and shit. Like, and they call the leader the Kaiser, and they have like all these German things. It's set in post-war Germany, but it's an anime about alchemy. It's like really, you would never notice it. They never say it, but that's what it is. They're talking about like there was a great war that involved it. It's set in between War I and War II.
And this is a documentary you're telling me about?
It's an anime. It's an anime where they got it's crazy, right?
Huh.
You might like it, and then they have two versions of it. One that's closer to the manga, where they probably like say more gay shit and fucking eat more octopus pussy, whatever the fuck. Octopussy is a Bond movie. Dude, Bond was fucking... He used to be a pimp, dude. I saw one, there's I don't think a Bond movie, I can't remember what it is, where he's gonna attack my assassin and he's fucking this lady in the shower, and the assassin comes in, and you know what James Bond does? This is Sean Connery James Bond. He throws the bitch in front of the fucking assassin, has a bullet fucking shield, and then knocks the like, that's what James Bond used to be about. Sean Connery, I saw the other day, like, this is a badass dude. He don't give a fuck. Like,
I heard that they're trying to be more diverse with the new James Bond.
They said it was gonna be Denzel at first, or no, Idris Elba is what they said it was gonna be, and then now it's a gay Jewish guy. guy or
No, they're
something.
getting a white guy, but he's disabled from the waist down.
Is he my cousin?
Yeah, just imagine James Bond fucking like chasing the enemy. He's just rolling. He's just rolling across a rooftop, and then he ramps to the next rooftop, and he shoots his little hook gun across to the next building, and he just fucking his little gimpy legs. He straps them in so his wheelchair doesn't slide off, and he fucking goes across his little hook rope and gets to the next building. And then he has like a high speed like car chase scene, but he's just fucking rolling his fucking wheelchair, just fucking fast as fuck. And there's like fucking terrorists on motorcycles like shooting at him and stuff. And he has like a secret spy wheelchair, and little guns come out of the sides of it and stuff. You know what I mean? And then he wheels up to a bitch at the bar. He wheels up to a Russian bitch. He's got rockets. He wheels up to a Russian bitch at the bar, and he's like, "I'm Bond, James Bond."
No, he's Stephen Hawking.
Why would you say that?
I don't work from the waist down, but I'll eat your pussy.
I'll shake it, not stir it.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't move my hips.
Instead of like
God.
he's fucking bitch in the shower,
He also has an oxygen tank. He has an oxygen tank too. That's part of the storyline. Is that one of the terrorists shoots his oxygen tank?
It blows up.
Yeah.
It's a big target. It's like he's a flamethrower in
But
the
then
game.
they put him in a pit, and he recovers, and he crawls out of the pit.
I got it.
I think he's Batman.
Let Randy, come on, let Randy.
I worked with a dude, and I believe it was his nephew, was quadriplegic, right? And he was complaining one day. He said, "Man, his girlfriend."
I was born legless, Batman. You were merely a dog.
Yeah. Apparently, she would sit on his face, and then like bail, and leave the poor dude there. Like,
Dude, paraplegics probably eat pussy so fucking hard.
holy shit!
Oh my
And
god!
he was getting tired of having to go and clean it up.
They're like, look, no hands, no hands.
Look,
They're like,
Mom, no hands.
no waist, no legs, no cap.
All tongue.
Holy shit, that's funny. That's really.
That motherfucker got a 6-inch tongue.
There's an Olympics in Paris. There's like a special pussy in the Olympics.
I got a gold medal.
No.
You know, retard eating pussy. And I'm like a wheelchair. With some skanky hooker. But the bitch don't even care. That's my crazy.
Over the blindness.
Yeah,
These
can't
things don't
so
even
fast.
work. He tips her $50 just to hop on his wheels and twerk. Dude, this podcast.
What's gonna happen to it, Hunter?
We're gonna get canceled so fucking fast, dude. It's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen.
I think you got anything else?
Dude, I'm dry.
I'm
I've been milked.
You got that river blindness.
Yeah, I got that river blindness.
The Tokyo bathhouse.
I came too hard in the Mississippi.
Okay, now hey, we got to end it on Randy talking about going to Tokyo bathhouse
Tokyo
and
bathhouse.
living a life that we could only Tokyo bathhouse. Tokyo
Wait,
bathhouse.
what was the thing? Hand maps?
Rub maps.
Rub maps.
Oh, it was Rubhub.
Rubhub.
Rub maps is the real website.
But in Japan, it's Rabu Habu, right?
Rub a hubber.
Rubba Hubba. No,
Hubba,
Rubba
rubba,
Hubba's the
hunka,
gum.
burger,
That's
love.
That's dude. That's the gum.
Hunka burger enough. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
What if we get beat up by a bunch of Japanese Civil War reenactors? Or Japanese World War II reenactors? What if we get bonsai?
We just get bayoneted at Norris
What
Park.
if we're walking out and we get hit with Tojo?
That crackhead along the creek didn't warn us. There's 70 Tojos in the fucking...
Oh shit. Oh, he did warn us. We just didn't believe him.
Charlie's in the trees, and it's a guy named Charlie Yamamoto. Just about to knock a sock of my ass off.
Knock my sock off. Hiroshima pants.
Oh, right. Shit, my pants.
Oh no.
I think we should do like war reenacting where it's like I'm pretty sure they have Romans, right? They probably have dudes who do Roman, right? They probably do.
They're roaming around.
They're roaming around and just raping and pillaging. Then let's go to the park over and raping. And the guys march down like Main Street to like Sequoia Park and they just take over that one. Rome! Veni Vidi Vici! I came Oh, and that's all we did.
And we strangled him with a belt.
And we
He's a 5'6" Roman gladiator
With a belt.
4'2" with 3 fingers missing.
well, 4'2".
The legs is shorter and missing more
He's
fingers.
got river blindness.
He's got river
he
blindness.
plays for Black Sabbath.
He plays, and I think he's in a. They caught him at Denny's fronting for Black Sabbath.
We got him, boys. We got him.
We got the Strangler. We caught him in a billabong smoking crack with some chimpanzees.
Oh,
He was outside the
shit.
Buc-ee's trying to talk to black people.
Trying to convince.
He was
trying
like,
to convince somebody that they're.
"Hey man, didn't you strangle that motherfucker with a belt?
That's cold as fuck.
Aren't you that strangle that motherfucker? Get your barbecue sandwich out of this Buc-ee's and dip."
Why are you so short?
When we play some like bluesy, and I'm gonna pretend to be.
I don't. No more blues. No more. No more. No more. No more. Can I do something punk?
Yeah, I'll do like.
Can I just do Louie Louie? Can I just do Louie Louie?
Do anything. Yeah, do Louie Louie. I'll do chimpanzees smoking. This is what chimpanzees be singing about. Oh shit, this shit's good. Whoa, I didn't take a shit. I didn't take a hit, man. Sorry. I just start aping out if I don't fucking smoke my meth. Oh wait, we're Australian. Oh yeah, Mike. We're Australian chimpanzees. And he's talking to a friend. His friend hasn't hit the meth yet. His friend hasn't hit the meth yet. Bobby, just hit this crack pipe, Mike. It'll calm you down. It'll calm your nerves down. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mike. Now we're both on meth in a billabong. And we're chimps in the billabong, just smoking meth to death. And I can't think, but I go around and I'm fucking kangaroo bitches all day. I got an STD, I can't even describe it. Ran out of letters. Oh shit, make a kangaroo pussy wetters. Oh shit, knitting fucking sweaters for me. Oh shit, I'm a G of the billabong. Oh shit, I be singing songs with my chimp friends. Oh shit, I be smoking crack with my chimp hands. Oh shit, I be smoking bitches with my pimp hands. Oh shit, I'm a chimp, smoking crack in a billabong. This is my chimp, crack-fueled silly song. Chimp. On fucking meth. What a dark potential reality. Blimey, what the fuck's Australia doing? They got spiky shit and chimp crackheads. Good on you, mate. I'm on meth. And I'm a chimp. And I'm in a tree, jacking off. I molested a wallaby today, and then I ate it in front of a park. And I put Vegemite on it. Chimps on the Barbie. That's why me and my friend go ape shit on a blonde lady. Chimps on the Barbie. She didn't even see it coming. Now she can't see. She said I saw it coming though. Two chimpanzees with crooked cowboy hats and a crocodile tooth necklace. No, boy, that's not a knife. This is a knife. That's a crocodile Dundee reference for y'all. Chimps and a billabong. Chimp silly song. Oh shit, I be smoking meth all night long.
Joe Biden.